Yes, it is Tuesday already.
Tuesday already.
Tuesday.
But it's foreseeably the last Tuesday for us for a while.
No.
No?
It's not.
It's not.
Oh.
No, this is only the end of the story arc, not the season.
I thought it was supposed to be.
No.
Oh.
No, the season goes on for another month.
Shows how much I pay attention.
Month and a half.
And that's why you're on the hit list.
I'm always on the hit list for just being here.
Dunce cap.
Did you remember it?
Hey, look at that. It's good message got for Africa.
We need you to take about 10% off there, Swarthy Dan. Oh, hey there, Brown. Hi, I'm your internet friend, Barton of River City Limited and Didact Gaming. Here to play some Dungeons and Dragons with these people. I'm out of it today, guys. I'm just gonna be honest. It's gonna be an interesting game. To my right.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, that's you. Lockstone Barbarian Guntar.
I would like to rage.
Yes, you would. You would like to rage.
I can.
I will not let you.
Okay.
Yet.
Yet.
Sounds good.
Rage when you want, it's free.
To the right of my right, Loxodon Paladin Guntar.
What?
I told you I'm out of it.
Hello, I am also Guntar.
She's also Guntar.
We're all Goons.
We're all
Wait,
Guntar.
wait.
To my left,
There's Guntar Prime and Guntar.
Yes.
By
I'm
left-
Guntar Prime.
Wait, what?
Centaur Sorceress
No, Prime like the...
Guntar.
Oh, that makes sense.
And to the left of my left, Health Ranger Guntar.
Wood Health?
Wood Health.
Wood Health.
Good help.
Wood House. Need you to go to the hardware store and get me sand. I don't know if they grade it, but they
What?
do. Course.
I love that story.
Pocket sand.
Shut up.
Different show.
I don't care.
Anyways, Guntar, Delbrin, Arcadia, Varus. We're here to play some Dungeons and Dragons. When last we left our heroes, interesting things happened.
Quite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you let the prime suspect get away.
Oops.
Oops.
I mean, he had magical portals and shit.
He did. He did have a
I
magical
don't have
shiv.
magical portals.
He does
We
have the
figured
magical
out a
shield.
lot about, we connected some dots with the help of
Ozzy.
Ozzy.
Ozzy, when in doubt, go to a really smart person and say, figure this out for us.
Yeah.
That is a smart tip for those people out there who are a lot of smart.
You're
Yeah.
smart. Solve this.
So yeah, they eventually made their way back up to the laboratory of gravitational inversion, the home of one Arcadia and her advocate in the Dragon Council, Ozzy. When they got there, they employed Ozzy to help them try to triangulate, or at least figure out where their quarry had run off to. They've narrowed it down to a few places, a general area. Yeah, we're still sitting around that table trying to figure that out.
No, I think we had decided that we were gonna go to a warehouse.
We had the trunk meet at a specific warehouse with our combined role from last I remember.
That warm trunk.
Yes.
Is a trunk a face tentacle? We'll never know.
We will never.
We will never know.
The answer may surprise you.
The answer may surprise you, but we'll never know.
Yes.
We'll be surprised when we find out. We'll let you know first.
So, I think if I ran a gang that needed to get a warehouse here to get drop off here and be connected to everything, this is where I would go. Thoughts, team?
As Guntar Prime.
Guntar Omega.
Oh,
Alpha Omega Prime.
the long toss cord has begun.
Yikes.
Yes, yes. The guitar strings are coming through. not known for my my speaking skills. How often are there accidents? Is that better? Yeah, that looks right there.
Yes.
And she kind of like,
Glancing over at the, day since accident sign on the wall.
Oh, what is that at now?
it's just slowly turning over to 1.
Oh,
That works. I'm sure there are a few bandages or potions that they will miss as we go out, right?
the first aid kit.
There might be a potion in there, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have actually spent a long enough time that it's giving you the benefits of full.
A full,
Yep.
Full everything, spells back and all?
Yep, spells back and everything. You guys have been here long enough.
So we're, at this point, we've spent enough time figuring all this out that the lockdown hours have exasperated?
It would normally,
Yeah, but like
but
this,
because of the riot.
but because of riots,
Okay.
in the 4th precinct is on lockdown still.
everywhere else is
Everywhere else is pretty much,
business
it's
as usual.
free.
Yep.
essentially if you picture it as like a mini map in a video game,
Mhm.
like all the other precincts are in blue right now,
Yeah,
and 4th is just this big red block in the middle.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Meanwhile, on a typical day,
You, Varys, do you have any intel of this particular warehouse? Any stores you might know of? I mean, it looks right down the street from the smokehouse. It's right adjacent, a couple blocks from the prison.
It's near the prison.
at one point it possibly could have been a Boros warehouse, but as far as my knowledge goes, I don't really know much about it. I guess I could have done it too.
Hey, that's roleplay sometime.
No,
Gotta go.
roleplay. That's
Gotta
that's
go.
roleplay. Roleplay's good.
So, I think what's our plan? We get there, we capture him, where do we take him? Thoughts?
Not to cut off his fingers. That didn't go well last time.
Hey,
I'm sure that he is a stronger goblin than the other one, though.
Do we take him to that warehouse where the Dragons Council first? No? Where would we take him? To the prison he came from?
Nassius Vin wanted us to take him to Utzek,
Okay.
but do we trust Nassius Vin?
I have my suspicions about him.
Is there any way that we can tag him? A spell, some way to make sure we know where his location is. So that way, if we drop him at the Lutzek, it's maximum security prison. We have an idea that we're in for a deeper story. There's more to it. We know Nassi's been can be trusted at that point. Does anybody have any powers like that? You know me, I have the axe. I look at my axe and it's a little dull. I'm like, fucking metal. I kind of look at it, I'm a little disappointed. I just
Well, you have been swinging it a lot.
needs like any good tool. If it goes unused, what's the point?
Exactly.
Arcadia, you, this is your home. What do you think?
Looking at the map, looking at the path. Well, shortest path between, two distances is a straight line. I feel like we should probably just get him, see if he's even there first, and, go from there.
Alright. Oh, I like it.
Baby bird out of the nest. You gotta learn to fly sometime.
Alright. Dover, do you have any requests?
How's your rug?
I look down at my rug. How's the rug?
The rug is fine.
Guys are-
The rug is not sentient.
Okay, no, the
Yeah.
rug is, I look at
Yes.
Ozzy. I look at
It
Ozzy
turns out to
like-
be a mimic.
I look at Ozzy and I'll be like, "You have prestidigitation."
Yeah.
You want a rug?
And she looks down at her work area and she's. Yeah, you can leave it here.
No,
I guess.
it's my gift to you for helping us figure it out. I didn't want to give you a dirty rug. That's why I was asking if you make it clean.
Yeah, they can do the labor of cleaning it and then,
Why is it covered in blood?
You want the truth?
no reason.
You know the part
Fingers
about
are really bloody for some reason.
you know the part about the goblins and the torture? Yeah.
That was me. That's on me.
I just want to catch her and go so I can come home.
Alright,
At
friends,
this point.
Alright, don't worry. I'll get it cleaned up and bring it back to you.
that sounds better.
Alright, sounds good. Varys,
Yes.
there might be a chance that this ends, I still get arrested. Me doing the right thing. Make sure I get sent to where Tajik can watch out for me. Alright? Not get sent where fucking angels are all the time.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright, sounds like a winner.
Let's go to that warehouse.
Hey Sparky, you be
Pretty much.
Onward, friends, to adventure!
Alright, and as we approach the elevator again, I'm like ready for it this time, and like, it starts to go down, and I make like the little jump sensation.
You're like spread eagle against the back of it, like foot in each corner,
Yeah.
hands on the walls, just bracing yourself, waiting for it to drop.
Yes, exactly.
I get really close to like a corner. and
Arcadia's just in the middle, like. She's just so done.
When we get to the bottom, I'm like, this beast is not gonna confound me yet.
Have you truly never been on an elevator before?
My home is called the Rebel Belt. What do you think?
Fair point.
It's scenic though. They have nice like mushrooms and not as good as Chon's. Oh, that shit was good. Have I told you how good that was, Ozzy? God, we
I thought you said we reached the bottom
Oh,
already.
alright. I didn't know she was gonna walk this like.
No.
walk-
She's like,
she's not
no,
gonna see
She's
it.
like, close the lab
Oh.
door.
no, Guntar like says that and then looks behind him like, oh.
I just speak.
As you say that, the doors are already closing, and Ozzy just has like this vacant, like.
I'm gonna roll something.
Just Arcadia to Ozzy, it's. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Ding!
You guys end up in the street outside of the tower. Thankfully, there isn't a whole lot of activity in this area. Most of the activity is drawn towards Foundry Street.
I think you two should be in the front. We'll follow.
Sounds like a fair plan.
As per usual, when he's on the street, cloak up for Guntar.
Sure.
See that one whore now. Tusk, excuse me, that whore.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Easy,
Whoa,
easy.
buddy, close the cloak. Walk to a strip club. Have a jacket.
Oh God.
Yikes.
How long would it take us to get there? Wait, do we decide which direction to go?
Fastest way is a straight line.
Let's do it.
Well, fastest way is a straight line, and you picked the not straight line. Straight line would have been off the.
But they can't fly.
I mean, who's to say you didn't have anything up there?
I can land.
Oh, we
Hated
did.
them.
We were in the gravitational anomaly.
We were, but you guys went back to the elevator.
Green
Oops.
Tower wouldn't trust that.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Yeah, no,
Time
I
to,
would
Y'all
not
would be
have done-
out and Green Tower would be like, well, shit. And he rides the elevator by himself, just like, really freaked out when he gets there. He's just double dashing down the street, trying to catch up. Oh,
Hey guys, I'll catch up soon.
wait, there's a way we can get there without walking?
Yeah, we fly.
I step back in the elevator.
No, the elevator's already
Gone.
gone.
I step back into where I think the elevator is, it's not there. I
You just
forward.
step into the doors.
Tunk.
This thing's not working.
Because it's back up there.
Should we, can we call this animal back?
Hold on, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna sit. No, I'm not gonna waste 10 minutes during the ritual cast of Speak with Animals. On
Put
the
sigil
elevator.
back in.
Alright, this is supposed to be pretty serious, and I love how we're taking it pretty cool. Nobody's gonna die tonight.
We had way too serious the last 2 episodes. Breeze, call the elevator again. Ding.
Ah, there it is, there it is.
Alright, yeah, I guess
Oh,
you guys want to go
Back.
back upstairs. When you get there, Ozzy is at work. She's got like these giant goggles on and like a welding torch, and she just looks up and
Oh my god.
What? We're gonna take the ship. Gonna fly.
it's not finished.
How finished is it?
On a percentage scale, how much is finished?
Would we die though?
I mean, there's a chance.
How much of a chance?
98.7.
Good enough, let's go!
6%?
So you're saying it's 2% done?
No.
Our straight line, how do we take it? Is
Why are you asking me?
that the straight line?
Do we have any crafts that are 4-person ready to get to the, we're trying to avoid the street.
Well, I mean, might look a little weird for just something that she's kind of just looking around. And there's that one, and she points at this, what looks like some kind of like,
God, I hope it's an ornithopter.
no, kind of. Who's seen Treasure Planet?
Yes.
Okay, are we all familiar with Treasure Planet?
Yes.
Okay, the scene where they're in the hold and they have like the little skiff ship that they drop out of the
Oh,
bottom.
okay.
It's like that, with the giant engine on the back.
So the complete opposite of an ornithopter.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is like, it's not super fast, but it's it's a very small lifeboat-sized airship.
What kind of dragon hatchling thing is that?
It's a skyboat.
Technically, yes.
Is that the official name for it?
For them, it's a skyboat, Ozzy.
Yeah, that's why I said technically.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Alright.
Alright. Am I riding that thing
Yup.
from right here?
Yup.
I like look down.
And so where it's hung is, so you know where you guys walked out on this platform to see where all the fighting is, it's actually like rigged up, and you guys can actually, there's ropes on either side, it's on a pulley system that you can drop it, and it'll come to like level with
Yeah, with the
the side of the
I'm thinking low key like the Avengers Tower, kind of like.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's kind of like Avengers Tower where it's like, but it's like covered,
Yeah. for
where
sure.
it just like drops down and there's like it's like a boat slip where there's different, you know, dock points for it. So it slips into one of those slip points.
And
Can this hold 1,000 pounds?
I was thinking that I'm pretty buff.
Quite, quite,
I'm
yeah, a bit.
a big old boy.
Should.
In theory.
In theory.
All right.
Yeah, Jerry.
Good theory, let's do this.
Alright.
Guntar is not. He is not enthused. He is.
Like Arcadia's like already back at the engine, like in the boat. Come on.
It'll be okay, friend. Persuasion.
He's shaking as he
That's
gets
good.
up there.
That's like a 17. You're good.
So
It'll be
as
fine.
Arcadia gets in, you can see it. The ropes kind of go slack on it, and it just kind of hovers there, where it is. And as she gets in, the back end of it kind of tilts back just a bit before it rights itself.
Let's see how this works. Alright. Pulls up his pants a little bit just in case.
I'll be the
Steps
last
in.
one on.
300-pound Dobrin carefully gets in and like grabs something in the middle.
I mean, that is less than what Arcadia weighs.
That is less than Arcadia.
So as you step in, it kind of does like, you know, when you step into a boat, it does that rock.
Is this also an elevator?
No. This can go any direction. An elevator just goes up and down.
Willy Wonka's elevator.
Who's Willy Wonka?
Yeah.
Who is this Wonka Willy you talk about?
Guntar just is like still staring at this
Come on,
thing.
Guntar.
He just fucks it, then he just jumps in and just is like.
As you
Oh,
jump in,
God.
the whole thing just goes.
Guntar's like
Like-
clinging to the bottom
And it like has like this tough time just kind of evening itself out.
because you went so
Because you
fast.
went so hard.
There was a beam of sweat. Like 14. It was the most you've seen Guntar sweat since the like Orzhov fight, or when he almost died. That's like he's not.
And this is why I decided to go on last. Step onto the skyboat.
It doesn't move.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing happens.
I'm only $1.88.
Yeah.
I'm the lightest person here. It probably doesn't even do that.
No, it just. Okay.
How does this thing move? Who steers it?
All right,
Science.
everyone holding on. Hey, Ozzy, pull the ripcord.
I just imagine it's like a giant Beyblade.
Listen here, dude. This is not Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Fucking let it rip.
It's not Beyblade either.
It's not a motorcycle. How is it 5Ds?
Card games on motorcycles.
I rolled
Is there no fortitude?
24.
Fortitude is Constitution.
Oh, I cracked myself up.
I did a self roll to see when we drop if Guntar would throw up or not,
Yeah, that'd be a Constitution roll.
and I rolled a 19 plus 5. So
I rolled a 2.
Guntar's gonna hold it down.
You probably just like feel a little bit in your stomach.
Yeah, he has a pit in his stomach still, but he's like, no, motherfuckers, I can't let you.
I need the two of you to make
Yep.
dexterity saves. I need you to give me a. Oh, what is it? Because it's not animal handling.
I'm kind of happy I don't have to do a roll for any of this.
I would say just dex.
Alright.
So those three just do a dex roll?
Endangered
They've got
sensitivity,
they've got saves.
Oh,
15 on mine.
16.
Okay.
What was the save?
Dex.
dex.
It is dex.
Mm-hmm.
Because I imagine it's just gonna get like pushed forward.
Natural
No,
gravity.
drop out and
Oh,
then
that too.
pop the.
Yep. So
You can just see our gaze face.
yep. So
This is where I'm gonna just kind
it's
of
not
move up
it's
to the
not
other
the
way.
worst start, but it definitely like does one of those back down, front up, just and Dobrin is totally fine. He's unfazed by it, just like he was in the elevator, for whatever reason.
Very sturdy creature.
He's a very sturdy creature. Guntar is just kind of like jostled by it, just like with the elevator.
Not too bad.
This is faster than I thought. This is not the elevator fast.
It was faster than the elevator.
Yeah.
And yet it's still slow.
And then it rights itself and evens out, and you guys are now over Ravnica in this skiff.
Near.
Can I take your perception check to
Wherever you go.
That's not even the
Words.
words.
Wherever.
Sorry, you open the door.
Are we doing a magic carpet ride?
No, Titanic.
I was saying,
Oh.
yeah. Do Celine
I was-
Dion.
I was thinking of the a whole new world. Yeah.
That's another good one.
Can,
Yeah,
uh,
whatever
This is
you
not
want.
the musical episode, guys.
I wasn't
Can
playing
Guntar
until season
see,
2.
The rubble belt from here?
Yeah,
What's it look like?
it looks like
The rubble belt?
the rubble belt, but it would look like from the air, like it's
You've never seen it from this perspective.
No.
it's very similar to like the Selesnya plazas with more rubble.
Yeah. I just trying to look and see if I can find my home in here. I just get weird.
can see my house if you.
Can't see my house is hidden. That's why I like it. I don't like this, but
Do we
okay.
see anything below us? We just see the fighting continuing.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we see the angels continuing to march through.
Yeah,
Because they were when we
march
went.
and fly through.
Can we hide this ship in any way?
No.
No, this
I
one.
love that you asked that question because I was just about to ask a question about perceptions.
alright. Okay.
Which one do I want to use? I'll go with Lucky Aluminum.
11.
Fuck.
13.
8.
Fucking
I hope it's like a 20.
10.
Pretty loose.
Okay.
17.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Do I smell anything? Do I get advantage?
There's a bug just like squeeze it out.
In a second.
like that last bit of the toothpaste.
Yeah, but you're like squeezing like
Ew,
a bug
this is
out.
like the worst imagery.
This is not a succulent.
Ew.
I love it. That's become canon. Fucking succulents.
Succulents.
How?
Why do we? I'm guessing
How
that we
far do we
don't
have to
see
take this
shit.
devil contraption?
To where we're going.
This flying angel shit thing.
Do I see anything?
Be happy it's not an actual
Goes-
angel.
Jack it as fast as he'll go.
You're just like it's like the
Scooty Puff Junior.
no it's like the hyperboat
I
at the
don't suppose
Dells.
sanctuary would help us, would it? But like if we were to be attacked.
There's not much Selesnya in particular we can call on at the moment. We're a little tough town, yeah.
Attack bless the boat.
Can I
The
cast?
boat is now holy.
Can I cast heroism on the boat?
The boat is now a holy hero. It is now
So the boat's a paladin!
Boat is a paladin,
Yes!
is lawful good, knows what you're doing is bad, and drives you straight into the ground.
Celine Dion
It's an oath breaker.
intensifies.
It's an oath breaker.
I love that the boat has become just a paladin.
It hasn't. Bless wasn't actually cast, unless you actually cast
No,
it.
God, no.
Okay. From here you guys were able to kind of get the same aerial, kind of similar aerial view that you were able to with the map. Just a little bit.
From the map, from the
Closer.
map, from the map.
And can I take a history check to see how well I remembered the map, or an intelligence maybe?
It's been recent enough that you guys remember what you're looking for.
Can I roll an investigation check on just kind of the area of District 4, just to see how things have become?
Hey, Phoenix, right?
You know what?
Is this a crime scene? Do you know what the crime was?
Do you know what you're looking for?
Sure.
What is it?
Otherwise, it's a
Sure.
perception.
Alright, fuck me then. Continue on. Good
Uh-oh,
sir.
don't make him, don't force his hand.
Don't.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Yeah. Don't threaten me with a good time. Hashtag not a sex thing.
How many hashtags do we fucking have now?
Enough.
Hashtag too many hashtags.
Hashtag do me hashtags, yeah.
We have enough. We have enough.
Does it look like we've been spotted at all by anyone on the ground, or is it too full of smoke?
It's too chaotic to really tell on the ground. But you guys do make it back to where it is near the prison, near Sawtooth Prison.
You got a good spot to put her down, or am I just gonna have to jump from this fucking thing?
Please do. I'd love to see that happen.
And Arcadia, you've had enough experience with these things that you're able to J-turn it, and then it's like an Elite Dangerous where you just rock it in, and then at the very last second pull up, drop your landing gear, and just slam yourself onto the deck.
Oh! Guntar jumps off and just lands.
Constitution check, please.
Oh, that's okay. I'm good at those. Oh no, no, 9.
Everything that you have left, and you just.
I also rolled a 9.
Yeah, same.
But Barrett's
Two elephants are just.
But Barrett's and Arcadia are just like,
Hey, that's my last supper.
Definitely tell that you are first-time flyers.
I was taking it easy.
Okay, we're here.
You sure you two
Somewhere.
are okay over there?
Enough from you, cop.
I just was simply asking a question.
I was meant to fly out and been born with fucking wings.
I find the nearest, kind of like.
I'm proving against those odds.
She is.
I admire your quest for power. Mine just comes from the ass. Holy shit. I'm excited.
We can all fly one day. I guarantee it.
You're gonna like the way you look.
I'm gonna walk.
Do I
Live
see?
on here, slightly used will do, except when the deals are this good.
Guntar, without
Oh my God.
really thinking anything else from it, he just kind of takes the rug and kind of wipes his shit with the rug. Not the same bloody end, but a little smear gets on his face and he just kind of does that. He's all good.
Oh,
I look for.
At least he's not eating.
oh God.
Ooh, succulent.
Yeah, did anyone listen to 93X last weekend? That was last weekend.
And then I wrap my axe back.
No
Oh,
signs.
I'm thinking the rug becomes like the axe holder for you. It's like
The
how
axe,
I-
the axe is inside the
I
rug.
think that's how I made it as like a bundle, and it's like one slide out, one slide back in. It's kind of like a Hawkeye harness for me.
Quiver, if you will.
An axe quiver, if you will.
A sheath. Axe sheath. There you go.
It's an axe
Are
quiver
there
for-
tassels on this rug?
I don't know, what did
Are there tassels on this
Are
rug?
there tassels on the rug? You picked it out.
I grabbed the first one that old Calica pointed out, so in my mind, it was at one point, was.
Tied the room together.
No, it didn't, it never tied, it always kind of stood out.
Through this entire
has shag.
discussion, Cranko like sneaks behind us and we don't see anything.
It's shag, not.
It's the Snides warehouse music from Donkey Kong 64.
But it is, was green shag, now it's like bloodstained green shag.
Yeah.
Brown shag.
Brown shag, yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna tie my place together, I can't wait.
Blood and vomit sounds correct.
You mean for Grohl?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it sounds correct.
Hey, I don't pay rent. Let's go kill some bugs. Okay, not Krinko, everybody else, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, save them all for me.
Onward to adventure!
Do we see any signs of Cranko? Ripped portals?
Sneaking in, looking in, getting in.
Yeah, because we landed near the warehouse,
Y'all
correct?
find,
Yes.
yeah, y'all find us a way in.
Is there a window that we can peek through?
There are windows on the warehouse. They're like what you would see on a large.
If I was in this warehouse, would I be able to see myself from inside the warehouse?
Is the warehouse Inception? Is that what we're asking?
Is there a mirror in place somewhere?
Lay off the peyote.
That was not a succulent, that last one.
Oh my god, it's time travel!
No, that's just the peyote.
Alright.
Should we bust in through the door?
Probably wouldn't be a
Let-
good idea to bust through.
I would like to take, as we approach the door, we should all probably take perception checks
Yeah,
to
listen.
see what we,
Yeah.
and then one of us, or maybe more, did we get followed by, not necessarily worried about the cops following us at this point, but the
The mirror.
spies
The Demir.
that we,
Yeah.
those are the
The
people.
place that we landed, was it like
Was it
open?
conspicuous?
Yeah, you did land in kind of an open area.
It's hard to tight squeeze
But
it in.
could anybody hear us?
Landing or flying?
Yes.
Question, to add on this, how big is this sky boat in comparison to my rug?
How big is your rug?
It's a pretty big rug.
It's larger than your rug.
Alright, but like if I would drape the boat thing over, would it like
We're trying to disguise the boat.
camouflage the boat a
It
little
would
bit?
not cover the whole boat engine and all.
Alright.
How much of the boat would it
Tries
cover?
like trying it before he realizes he's an idiot, and then he rolls
It's
it
like
back up.
okay, it's like if you have one of those blankets that's just too short to cover like
Your toes?
your
Yeah.
toes.
Yeah.
You pull it up to your toes, and it's like, oh yeah, but now you have like this much, and then you like try to pull it up, and you use like that
It's like
much of your
constant.
foot. Yeah, there's not enough.
The entire
There's just not enough rug.
Alright, well this thing might get stolen.
Have to-
Hope you have insurance.
I hope you're- What's insurance? What's insurance?
Just Arcadia. It's not the first time.
Oh, well, that's good.
Puts the power lock on.
Fucking the bar. The fucking bar.
You see, she's done this before.
Do we see any like guard towers around this warehouse or anything?
There's no like turrets or anything around. It's a warehouse.
Just a warehouse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
It's a gazebo.
I'm gonna go up to the door and like just listen, like with my big Dumbo ears.
Sure. Give me a perception.
Okay, where's
Oh,
the
17
nearest
over here.
window to look in?
Shit.
Like a 17
Up?
when I
How far
I
up?
was like, hell yeah.
Um,
That's a good roll.
I mean, it's like if you were to go to like a warehouse, like an actual like warehouse where windows wouldn't be on the. On
No,
the,
I mean, would, if I cast magic and fly up 10 feet, would I be able to reach?
still too high.
Guitar, throw me! Straight up.
Grab that in.
Hey, I think I might have something maybe. I don't know. Continue on until I find it.
Whee!
You have forest friends.
It's a different kind of.
The elephants are gonna attempt to throw the centaur.
Straight up.
Loxodons.
I got the back.
So, would you want each of us to make a strength check or
A
like a
yeet
combined?
check.
How would you want that to go about?
Yeah, just a combined strength.
Ooh. Question quickly. Are we in, what kind of area are we in? What kind of terrain are we in?
Urban.
City.
Okay, never mind.
Were you thinking forest friends?
I was just thinking forest, because I am a natural explorer for forest.
Yeah, we're in the city.
Elaborate.
Uh,
Tell me what you would like to do.
I wanted to do something, but then I read my actual thing, but I get, I gain proficiency bonus. My proficiency bonus whenever I make an intelligence or wisdom check is doubled.
Yeah, no, this is
Yeah.
an urban area.
Yeah, that's why I wanted
This
to
is
check.
urbane. Alright.
I think maybe this is my idea. Elephants go through here, people with range go up top, we funnel them in, make it a kill box. Thoughts?
Decent plan.
That's what I thought. Hey, damn, improving in the world. Decent. Arcadian, you ready?
Yeet check.
Oh, that's not very good.
Are we both eating her?
What?
I think so.
Yeah.
But is he also considering in her weight?
I need a different die.
That's also the
Yeah, the what are we?
weight, shape, center of gravity.
That's why they're
Could that then
No,
be
it's like
disadvantage at that point?
Huh?
no.
Okay.
It's like the cheerleader
Oh, okay.
hand under each hook, and they're just literally
All right, so
lift.
my God. Okay.
I'll go with
First thing
nine.
I need out of both of you are dexterities. I also need a dexterity from you.
Okay.
If it's a dexterity, my first roll is 9.
No,
Save
this
or-
is not danger
Okay.
sense.
Cool, 9.
14.
Natural 18.
Okay,
I
well,
think I slipped.
yeah, you definitely slip.
Damn shit.
You're just like in a patch of mud somewhere.
Well, no, you're not able to like to Dobrin, or like Dobrin's got the front hooves, and they're like you got them like locked in. Your back hooves you just can't get. Like he can't handle the weirdness of the weight, and you just can't like even
Can't
it out
handle
enough.
You just
It's
need to
just-
lift me up, 'cause that's
It's just
the
not something that.
This isn't what I'm not a gymnast.
This is just not something that's.
I'm not
Trying.
practiced at this. I think I fucked up.
You didn't fuck up because you didn't drop me.
Alright, well, we haven't started. Oh, no. Oh, I got you. Okay. Maybe this isn't the best way to do that.
I say we all go straight to the door like we did last time.
Fuck it. Yeet. Actually, I do, before we go in, I do want to cast Detect Magic. That's why I wanted to see how far it was up.
Yeah, because
That's why I wanted
it's about 30 feet to the window.
about 30 feet. So off of them, that's about 7. So 17, that's about halfway, unfortunately. Nothing sticking out.
Well, they're not able to even toss you.
No, I meant physically. If they're holding me.
He can't even.
Live.
His dexterity's not there to.
Yo, that's
Okay,
not what
so
I'm
yeah.
at. I'm not really balanced.
Okay.
Could Dobrin yeet me up there?
Did you know that the tusks were major parts for balance? I didn't know that.
That's why he's always going like this.
He's
always leaning to the
leaning
right.
a little bit.
So he's listing. Alright, I do want to cast Detect Magic before we go in though.
Sure. what's
But
the
are we
duration on detect magic?
Okay, could Dobrin yeet me up there?
I mean, that is a possibility. Both of them can eat you up there.
Also, what do you know? I've had this 50 feet of hempen rope for a while that like we never really wanted to use because we never talked about it.
That could be very useful.
Okay, so ping.
What?
Alright,
Is
well,
this the
I have it.
I'm reading
I
here.
put it. How do you think I tied this rope together every time? I had something on my hempen rope. I want to specify hempen rope. That's what it says in my
What
inventory.
was like the name for the loxodon that we came up with last week?
Absolute unit.
Absolute unit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not being a very
it's-
unit
if I-
now.
if
Being
I-
absolutely not the
absolute
unit.
If I sense any magic, I can see a faint aura and tell what school of magic it is.
Okay, but there's no duration. It's just a ping.
Duration
Okay,
is
who wants to yeet me up there?
That's what I was
up
asking.
to 10 minutes.
Up to 10 minutes. All right. Yeah. From where you
How
are,
high do you need to go?
there's
What?
from
30
where you guys are,
30 feet?
you're not getting anything in that 30-foot radius.
Right next to the building.
Yeah, there's nothing in your bubble right now.
Okay.
You said it's how far up to the window? 30 feet?
Is
Yeah,
the
30
door
feet.
on the ground or is it a stair up to a?
No, door's on the ground.
Okay.
Can or would someone like to stealthily see if this door is locked?
Do you have any ropes?
No, you don't.
I
What
think
would that be?
But I think I'm the one that has.
Yep.
The
usually.
best
I don't
stealth.
know if I don't necessarily want to.
What, stealth or
What?
sleight of hand?
Stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
probably
we
me.
don't want to let them inert. We just want to see if this door is open.
I don't take the chance.
Yeah, I mean you have.
That is 18. That is 23.
Yeah. You definitely sneak up to the door. Give me a precept. Precept.
That is 18.
18. The door seems like it's locked, but it's doable.
Okay. Okay. I
If you've got the correct gear for it.
I don't think I do.
We do.
You do?
We have lockpick tools,
Yeah, we do. Because we picked them up from the warehouse.
or from the
Yes.
smuggler's den.
Yes. Yes.
Not the underwear house warehouse. I'm thinking of the weapons.
The underwear house?
The underwear house warehouse. Where I took a nap.
Victoria's Secret
Your
after.
door opens a store called the Underwear House.
Hey, underwear. I just
So-
got it.
It's your
So
I
store.
just got it. Okay, I just got it.
Under stealth, as I am now, what would I need to roll to pick the lock?
You would need the kit that Arcadia has.
I come back to grab it.
Yep. You would need to roll a sleight of hand with the lockpick tools,
Okay.
since you do not have
Proficiency.
proficiency with the
This is
lockpick
the-
tools.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just your roll, no adding anything.
No adding? Okay. Yeah, probably not gonna get that 8.
Yeah, you break off one of the picks.
Alright.
Lockpick tools, -1.
I go up.
Kind of fuck that up!
I go up. I try. So what is
How
it?
much do you think I'm gonna have to break?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand, yeah.
At advantage or just flat?
You don't have
Actually,
lockpick
very
tool
stuck.
proficiency, do you?
I have Tinker's tools.
No. Flat.
Oh, you
It's
are.
gonna be just with your sleight of hand.
Okay.
Lazza.
13?
Yeah, that's enough. You're able to extract the bad piece that broke off.
I'm used to working with.
Yep, and the lock just kind of, it's one of those big
Thank you.
iron locks and it just kind of
Nothing.
clicks open.
Suck you up before battle. Whatever I talk about. No.
I hold the lock up.
As Goozard has got a succulent from leftover, just offered him stuff, and he's like, "Oh, we're in. Let's get it."
Now that I'm at the door, do I sense any?
Nothing at the door, no.
Okay.
How big is this warehouse?
Pretty big.
Okay.
Do we want to do this the quiet way or the not so quiet way?
While I'm at the door, can I do a perception to hear, listen?
Sure.
Just while I'm up here. 15.
It's too quiet.
Oh
I
boy.
back up and I gently put Guntar at the door. It's too quiet.
That means this is a trap.
Oh, I have rope too. I'm an idiot.
We all have rope.
Alright,
We all have rope.
hey, unit. I think we should stay here. I think our archers should go, y'all get arrows?
Oh,
Get line of sight? Yeah. Bang, 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 bang,
Pew
bang.
pew pew.
Magic missiles over there. I tossed Varys my 50 feet, maybe like 45 of them, took 5 to wrap my rope around my carpet. That's how I've been tying it. Took a little stretch, just like so I take my 45, I toss it to Varys and be like, here, you need to climb up. Use that. You ready?
I will use it to climb up.
Dobrin grabs his halberd.
Axe.
So, I love how you just gave him rope.
He has rope.
Yeah, I have
Tie them
rope.
together.
Yeah,
Well,
sure. Let me get an extra
you
45
gave
feet.
him rope without actually looking to see what the room looked like.
No, we haven't gone in yet. I'm just at the door.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
put him gently in front of the door and told him it's too quiet in there.
So I'm
It's
making
on-
sure I'm about to go make noise, is what I'm trying to tell the team. Prepare yourself for the noise.
And actually, I will throw back his rope and just say, I have my own rope. You might need yours.
Haha, you're right. Yeah. I put it back to the
Huzzah.
side.
Uh,
Guitar's always happy before a fight. You've noticed this. He's normally not very nice, but it's like, there's a general pep in his step right now. So he's just a little, he's a little off, isn't he? Yes, he is.
so I will make my way above. I will
Scurry!
Yeah, I will scurry up.
Okay. You somehow scurry up to the catwalk.
I have rope.
He's a ninja.
No, he's
I am also part
outside
ninja.
of the building.
Oh, out the outside of the building?
Yes,
Yeah, this is the best part.
How?
rope.
How?
How? Do you have a grappling hook?
Actually, ingenuity. I will take one of my arrows, tie the rope around
He
it,
ninja runs up the wall.
and I will shoot the arrow up atop, and then climb from there.
He's Hawkeye.
Yes, I'm gonna Hawkeye this bitch.
Okay.
Let me guess, dex check.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dexterity.
Fuck you!
Blah blah.
23, nat 20.
Alright. Alright, yeah.
Ninja runs
No,
up the
no,
wall.
no, 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 no. This was for the arrow to get the arrow up there.
Fuck.
What are you aiming at?
Above the ledge for the window that Arcadia was trying to get up to before.
There's no ledge for the window.
Fine, I'll just get up to the window then.
So you're trying to shoot out a window.
No,
No.
he's shooting above the
Above the window so then I can perch at the window.
Okay. You get the shot off. It's a stone building. Your arrow hits right above the window.
Right where you wanted it to be.
Right where you wanted it to be.
Is not the frame for the window wood?
He wasn't shooting for the frame though.
But asking, right above the window, the glass, would that not be wood?
That would be
Patrick
frame.
Rothfuss.
Something frame me.
I hope you're happy.
He definitely shot the
That
frame
is
off.
technically above the window.
Okay? Alright. That Pat Rothfuss bullshit will fly here once.
The nat 20
As
said
it
so.
should.
That 20 is
I
gone.
think the nat 20 should make the arrow somehow penetrate the stone perfectly.
It's like a
And
cement.
modify the arrow.
He's not rolling for the arrow, he's rolling for his ability to shoot the arrow. With, I should add, a lot of weight added to that arrow
I'm a rope.
because of the rope. Message for you, sir!
You know you could have just climbed.
So, alright,
Is there a peepers tree, like, right?
okay. Give me, then Barris. Give me a strength, or give me a climb check, dexterity or strength, whichever suits your
Fancy.
fancy.
I will do my dex because I have a better proficiency with that.
Sure.
That's on the wall.
Yep, cock die, roll again.
That is 22.
Okay, roll it again.
You're halfway up. Maybe.
Another 22.
Okay, I can confirm it with 2 19s.
Rolling one more time, this time with a different die.
That is 22 again. It is 22.
Okay.
Butters doesn't believe it. Butters
I can't believe it's not Butters.
Wow, we should get paid for this. I'm just saying, we are putting some quality content.
These past 2 days have just been wonderful, I'm gonna add.
I look over and I don't
Yeah.
have any money to give
So you
to
make
that.
Is that an angry face or a happy face?
I would like a dexterity save.
Okay, would you like me to use a different die?
Whatever suits your fancy.
Should have used a different die.
He loved it. Oh no.
That's a 5. Please roll me 3d6.
Actually, no, correction, you said saving throw dex? That would actually be an 8 then.
Roll 3d6.
I should have that, actually, I won't use that. I probably fall bad. 4, 4, 1.
Okay. You take 9 points of damage as you hit the ground and have the wind knocked out of you. The arrow. You made the climb. The arrow did not.
Ah.
And the dex saving throw is to catch the window.
Yep.
I look back at the door.
Let's go in.
Here's 3.
Wait, do we stop trying to lockpick it?
Oh, I already got
it's
in.
open.
I was like,
Oh, what the hell? What was all this about?
he was
So
gonna be
shooting people from the top.
he was gonna be our sentry.
Oh. I just have like 3 lines of Varys attempting various things.
Just various dialogue. Ooh, that's good. Guntar's like, well, there goes the surprise. You ready?
Just me drop out of the ground.
Did I see anything in the warehouse?
Since it's daylight, there is light coming in. None of the internal lights are on, but it's got that kind of dusty, hazy warehouse look on the inside. It's stocked. There are crates and barrels and shit stacked. Catwalks along each side of the building with them crossing over. And then at the far end, there is kind of a foreman's office up on the upper level.
I'm gonna look right down below me, right down below the entranceway, and like to see if I see any like strings that I would come across, or like I'm looking for a trap. But like what Guntar will perceive as not like a step on a thing trap, like Guntar's thinking
No,
like hunting
like a
traps.
tripwire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, give me a perception.
that's decent. Okay, that's all right. That's a 15.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Alright.
It's not trapped or anything.
All right.
Alright, my detect magic now that I've stepped in.
Nothing.
Nothing.
All right.
I wasn't listening at the time. How lit is it?
Just sunlight through the window lit.
Okay, so my dark vision would help out at this point, correct?
A little bit. It's not dim light.
Okay.
All right.
It's not total dim light, so it's kind of that twilight level of light.
Okay.
So it's you can still see in color.
Alright, so have you gone down and in?
As soon as I looked down, I didn't see anything. I'm walking in.
I followed him behind because we were at the
Okay.
Varys is outside just going.
I mean, I'm up now. I'm just kind of like.
It's the scene in the first Avengers movie where Loki's just in the floor.
I see. I like the scene in the second one where Hawkeye's like, I can do it.
I
Oh,
can do it.
no one would know. Oh, he's so fast. He just ran into it. Yes. It just takes
I love that part.
I'm starting to lock in a little bit. Scanning the room as I step.
As I'm going, I'm keeping sensing.
Yeah, no, the whole place is seemingly empty. Aside from
Us.
everything being there and you.
Can we just like search it the same way we did the last warehouse?
Well, again, how lit is it that we're, in the current spot that we're at? Is it still just the sunlight?
Yeah, it's just sunlight through very high windows.
Okay, so in our in the current position that we are at, how lit is it in the area that we are currently at? Is it dimly lit? Is it just like?
You can see in color.
You can see in color, yeah. So it's
Lit enough.
it's lit enough.
Okay.
It's lit.
Enough.
Okay.
Searching quickly, checking for I'm actually checking for anything in the floor that would be escape tunnels or
Yeah, and this is like a 10,000 square foot warehouse.
I mean Arcadia at this point is
I'm scanning for movement. I'm not looking
Yeah,
at
there's
investigation. I'm
no
scanning for
movement that you can discern.
Again, I'm with Gunter, just kind of like scanning for just anything.
at this point you just hear
Short
basically
swords prepared.
galloping.
Is anyone like watching for someone to enter the warehouse? Or watching the front door? I'll do that. Dilbert will do that.
Yeah, no, Arcadia is literally is everything in rows? Or how's the layout?
It's kind of rows and blocks but it's weirdly put together where it's almost maze-like, but it's navigable.
Yeah, so Arcadia is basically going as fast as she safely can, looking for any emergency exits, anything that's not.
Yeah, I mean there's smaller doors down the sides.
But I mean like bolt hole style. Like in the floor, lift up.
Yeah, no, it's a solid floor. There's nothing underneath.
Concrete floor.
It's cobble, but yeah, it's solid floor.
So no.
There's no.
As I'm pinging for detect magic as well.
Yeah, and it's getting pretty close. And as it starts to wear off, you get a faint ping above you.
So I look up quick and see the aura, and as it says.
Yeah, you get it just as it drops.
Yeah, so if I get the aura, right then and there, I get to learn what school of magic it was.
Alright, give me the schools. I just need to know what I need to classify this as.
I don't need to get to the.
It's like, I should know that.
It's,
Conjuration, admiration, those two I can remember.
I believe it would be abjuration. That's spatial, right? Because there's transmutation,
Yeah.
abjuration, conjuration, necromancy. I believe it's in the wizards. Because wizards have to choose a school of magic.
We didn't give them names. No, the smokehouse thing is, it's close enough that we like it's a couple blocks away, right? Down the back alley.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, it's abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, invocation, illusion, necromancy, transmutation,
This would be believe an abjuration.
Oh, yeah, that, magic that blocks, banishes, or protects is abjuration. Conjugation is
Conjuration.
anything that, out of thin air.
Mm-hmm.
Divination,
Is fortune telling, yep.
enchantment, beguile, and bewitch. Invocation is, powerful elemental effects. Illusion, necromancy, transmutation.
So this would be most closely to a abjuration.
Okay.
You anything Bloodhound?
Boo.
And so it's right up in the Cormans,
You get it, and right as you get it,
so
because right at the end of your,
10 minutes.
yeah,
But I would still know where it was.
yeah,
That thing, was it in the Cormans,
yeah, it was right at the edge of your 30-foot,
right at the edge of my 30-foot, which
Yeah.
would be the Foremans?
yeah.
That's what I was asking. Like, if you can see me, I'm pointing up
Yeah.
at the,
As soon as I see her point, I double dash to the foreman's office. Not really caring about silence. I'm just double dashing getting there.
Sure, yeah. You have to get up the stairs.
Up the stairs, like how? Yeah, up the stairs is fine.
Yeah, it's so the stairs are by the main entrances.
is it a single set or double set?
It's two sets. It's two single sets of stairs.
So he goes one way, I rush up the other.
Okay, let's get it. I mean, it's 100-foot by 100-foot warehouse. It's 10,000 square
Where
feet.
I figured I was in the middle, 30 feet away from below it, so
But you also have to weave your way back.
to get to the steps.
Yeah. Because remember, they're not set up in neat, organized rows. They're
Right.
kind of maze-like.
I figured as I've done enough running, I'd know the way to the stairs.
Right, but it's going to take you a little while because it's an irregular path,
Mm-hmm.
and you have 4 legs.
Still at 40 speed.
Yes. I'm just saying it would take you a little while.
I low-key expected to knock at least 2 things over.
What are you gonna knock over going upstairs?
No, like on my double dash to the stairs. I expected to bounce into a.
Yeah, like you slam into a couple stacks of crates, but
Where I'm like Tokyo drifting.
Eurobeat intensifies.
Wrong one.
Dude,
Huh?
Initial D is Eurobeat, not Tokyo Drift.
No, I was correcting.
I'm the stairs this way or the
Yes,
other.
but she said Tokyo Drift. You just went to Eurobeat. Tokyo Drift has drifting, but Eurobeat is not present.
Left stairs or right?
Don't you dare argue with me on this.
You
Alright.
I was correcting her.
Alright. Arcadia is drifting around boxes, getting as fast as she can up to the other side of the steps, trying to get up there.
No, Brennan, the official unit is going to the left stairs on the way. Absolute unit. It's the official absolute unit. It's official. Our movement is official. We're going left.
None of that unofficial movement.
None of
So
it.
Arcadia's gone, right.
Sure.
I will follow behind Arcadia, but also keeping an eye out just on the rest of the warehouse, just making sure that there's nothing.
So he is lagging way behind.
Yes.
Yeah. And you guys make plenty of noise up here, but nothing. Nothing seems to be alerting to your presence as you guys are kind of rocketing down the catwalks towards.
On the catwalks.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
I'm voting. All
I quit. I'm done. Goodbye.
right. Didn't count. It's another dash. As we approach, my double dash just turns to a normal. That last 60 feet, I suppose. I'm not gonna double dash to the door. I'm just gonna take it instead of 12 seconds. Or instead of 6 seconds, get there in 12. That makes any sense. Like, you know, you've all played video games where like they're running up and it slowly gets slower until they like turn into a walk kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
For sure. I just took like 10 minutes to explain that.
You also didn't need to do any dashing. You're not in initiative.
I'm double dashing. Getting there expeditiously.
That was a good Mario Kart.
As I get to the door, I'm gonna give them like kind of a head, and I'm not even gonna attempt to like lockpick it. I'm just gonna try to kick it down.
Oh, man.
Give me a strength check.
This is gonna be the vault door all over again, isn't it?
That's not very good. Check. Not a throw. Yeah, that's okay. That's a 9.
Arcadia,
Ow.
on the
I'm
other.
at 40. I'm at 40. That hurt. That hurt me. That hurt. I jammed my toe.
Arcadia's gonna check the handle first.
Mm-hmm.
Is it open? Or,
Uh,
or is it locked?
no, it actually it opens.
It's on the opposite side.
I
Ding! Ow! It was open.
Desperate attempts to open it.
Yours just opens to a wall.
What? Fake door? What's a fake door?
Oh, what do I see? Cause I open.
This room is kind of the length of a boxcar, length width of a boxcar. It's desks, papers, large books, ledgers.
These things I would recognize, like, if I like the books and things.
Nothing that you've ever read or seen. These are, I mean, they're written in
Is it
Goblin.
Boros?
Would you be quiet? It's written in Goblin.
So I would be able to.
You'd be able to recognize the language, but they're not like actual books.
Oh, it's like ledgers and.
Yes, what I said earlier.
You just said large books.
No,
I
he
said
did say
ledgers. I
ledgers.
did say ledgers.
He did say ledgers.
Oh, I heard large books.
I will
I
be in
did
your
say
defense.
large-
I will be in your
I did
defense.
say large books, ledgers,
I didn't
things
hear-
like that.
I didn't hear the word ledger. Sorry.
There
Mintar
are-
looks at a wall.
It's a fake
Chomp,
door.
chomp, chomp.
Do I hear him knocking? Oh.
You hear him knocking, but also the figure at the end of the room
Oh!
just kind of, you see his shoulders just kind of slump and his head just kind of shakes. You guys really don't know when to quit, do you?
I was told I get to go home when you're back in jail.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
First of all, tell your big stupid oaf of a friend out there to knock that shit off.
Yeah, no, I have no control over him.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
What are you talking to? I don't hear anything. Do I hear anything?
Guntar, keep it up!
The figure at the table pulls out a large kind of curved butcher's knife looking and just jams it through the wall. And Gutar on the other side, you see like where your fist is, a knife sprouts like right next to it.
I'm going to go to the other stairs.
I think we're in the right place.
Strength check the wall,
Yeah, I'm about to
please.
rage and strength check through this thing. Like, just, I want to, like,
Please.
kind of, like, take 5 steps back and just go, boom!
I imagine that you just get angry that the
Like,
knife
Yeah, like,
was
yeah,
right
like-
there.
I
I
want to
would
get cut by
move
it a
away
little
from
bit.
that wall if I were you.
No, you don't say that. Why would you say that?
At this point,
I'm raging.
I'm raging.
You're raging?
I'm raging, and I'm attempting a strength check on the
and
wall.
I'm telling Cranko, right, to move. And just right now, I'm like hearing the pounding, then it stopped. I'm like, I'd move away from that wall if I were you.
And there's a hole now, you can see.
No, the knife is
Oh,
just.
Yeah,
Knife
just the
is-
blade's
knife-
through there.
The blade is through the wall. It's not like you like stabbed it and pulled it back.
Oh,
No,
okay,
he like
still okay.
jammed it in.
I'm still in there. Yeah, I'm still doing it. I'm raging, doing it. Alright, that's pretty good. That is a 17.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fine. AC 15.
Yeah.
over there?
Yeah, so as you back up and run at the wall, the where there was that false wall just splinters. In Arcadia, as the wall splinters, at the same time you see a rift open in the floor, and Krenko drops through.
Do I see that as well?
Are you?
I'm in the room
yeah,
with her.
you see the rift open as well. He drops through, and that snaps shut. As Guntar just barrels through and lands where Krenko was.
Well, I almost had him.
Did you see anything in the rift?
It was downward facing, so you wouldn't have had, just because of objects.
But
And
I would have been.
he opened it this way. You are at the end of the room,
No, I went into the room.
but you're still at the end of the room unless you want to get bowled over by him.
I wasn't that far into the room.
Okay. So you weren't that far into the room.
No. I wasn't at Kranko. Like, I figured he was against the wall because he shoved a knife through it. I figured I was like halfway.
No, I'm sure that he was
Yeah, so
standing
you
like
did-
this
you
and the
didn't
wall
have-
was
you
right
didn't have
here.
the angle to see.
I didn't have the angle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I'm sure that it was just face to face us. He's at the other side of the room. The wall is here, and he just stuck the knife.
No,
through
he
it.
went like that.
Oh.
He
okay.
turned around and just.
Okay.
No, he was still facing the same way.
Oh, he didn't.
No, he went this way. He wasn't facing you ever.
Oh.
He was always facing away from you.
Oh, okay. I thought he was facing us.
No, he was always facing away from you.
Well, we could continue searching this room
I'm barreling through a door at this moment in time.
through a wall.
Oh,
That
wall.
too.
Wall.
This
Yeah,
wall.
so you crash through this wall and land, and you're just covered in splintered wood and
Normal look.
ripped papers. But I need I'd like a perception check from Delbrin, please.
Oh. 8. Well, what kind of perception check is this?
It's a listen.
Um,
There is no listen check. It's a
yeah.
perception.
Yeah, I just have advantage with certain perceptions. So 8.
8. That's enough. You do hear some of that splintered wood lands not in the room.
Why? Like in the
But-
same warehouse?
Because I'm guessing that as he was barreling through with the rift closing, some of that wood made it through the rift.
Correct.
Right, but
Okay.
where am I hearing this?
That's the
wood?
better question.
You're hearing it inside the warehouse. Like you hear
Okay.
like the splintered wood hitting floor.
Okay.
Do I know which direction? He was darn it. Guys, I think he's still in here.
I'm raging at the
Oh,
moment,
shit,
so
why
like,
did I say anything to him?
I'm raging.
I'm like,
Do I pick up on where he could possibly be?
If you give me a more successful perception, you might.
I don't suppose that Krenko is like not showered in a while and I can smell him pretty well.
it all smells like goblin in here.
It's a slightly better 10.
But I have keen
10.
smell,
It's
so I can smell pretty
It's down.
good.
Let me guess, it's down.
It's down.
Okay.
I go out of the foreman's area
Mhm.
and I cast detect magic again.
Okay. It's not in your 30 foot from where you are.
How high up are we down to the floor?
It's about 20 feet to the floor from here.
Well, I fly down the 10 and then
Fall the other 10.
land gracefully, prepared for the landing.
I don't suppose you have tumble.
If that's the case, give me a dexterity
Dexterity,
save.
5.
That's the save?
Or for the
Dexterity save.
dexterity save.
Yep.
That'd be 5.
That'd be a 5.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
She has 4 legs. It's like
Yes, that's why I needed the dexterity.
It's cat logic.
Cat
She's
mom.
not a cat!
She's a pet.
But the thing is, I'm jumping down, and then halfway down,
Halfway down you're casting.
I'm casting.
Okay, you had said that you were casting at the top of your jump.
No,
and
I'm
followed
detecting
the rest.
magic, and I can trigger it. I can either trigger the flight before or after I cast the magic, the level 1 spell. I triggered the flight after, as I'm going down. I triggered the way down.
Guntar's rage is
I just-
subsided.
I look around the warehouse looking for him.
So, is there like
Running
any
down
sort of,
catwalk.
was there any straightish path? Like, was there more warehouse behind the foreman, or was that the edge?
That's the edge.
I take the straightest path slowly, trying not to be.
And
I'm trying to.
yeah, as you go down, you're not getting anything along that edge of the warehouse, the edge that you came from. As you travel down that way, there's nothing.
No, I meant in the middle, the straightest path I could down the middle to
Okay.
try to do 30.
Yeah, I mean, you still have 20 feet on
On
either
either
side of
side.
that bubble.
Which I figure Varys and Dobrin checking down those ways.
Yeah.
I'm just running, dude. I'm just running around like a gosh darn madman. At this point, after I tackle through the door, I get up and I start sprinting down the catwalk.
How far away is the door for the foreman's office to the main door of the warehouse?
And all the small doors along the side that I recognize.
That as well.
Oh, wow.
It's a huge warehouse.
It's 100 feet by 100 feet warehouse. It's a 10,000 square foot warehouse.
Okay, so at least to the main door from the foreman's office.
To the main door.
The question is, could I just like fucking jump all the way over there?
No.
Okay.
Can you jump 100 feet?
That'd be
Can you launch yourself 100 feet?
That'd be
I
great.
could eat him.
Yeet!
Can Dobrin yeet me?
Go.
So yeah, as
What are you gonna
what
do?
even are you trying to do?
I'm trying to at least make sure that if he is going to try and exit the building, that there is at least one exit covered.
Yeah, that's why I said shit, and I'm sprinting back to the front door from the catwalk. That, like,
Okay.
I
So-
pretty much ran through a door and was like, fuck.
Yeah,
Fuck
you're
that.
gonna be faster than he is in that regards then.
Because I have a straight path.
Where
Yeah,
I'm
she's-
actually magically sensing, trying to.
Right, trying to find where he's.
I'm just
Again, which is why I asked, can Dobrin yeet me to it?
I'm
No,
not
he
hearing
can't throw you 100 feet.
Do you have any idea how physics work?
Do I see any?
Okay,
indications?
let's go back to 7th grade geometry here. How do you find the hypotenuse of a triangle? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, if it's 100 feet from, if it's a
Thanks.
little south of 100 feet from
We're
the main
turning
door
over,
to
like,
where this door
25.
is, and it's about 20 feet upwards,
I'm actually pretty smart. I got a 10.
that's, okay, 810 feet by, oh wait, no,
What comes back to?
8,100 feet by,
Jesus.
it's too far.
It's too far. A squared plus B squared
Hey
equals
Chad,
too
can you do the
far.
math on that for us? Dang.
Thanks, guys. It's about 90 feet from door to door on the ground, straight line, and from floor to door is about 20 feet. Okay, so that's 400 feet and 8,100 feet, so that's 8,500 feet. What's the square root of 8,500?
I'm not gonna do that in my head.
Okay,
Right
okay, too far.
That's the math I got from that.
Yeah,
Alright, so,
the math checks out.
You aren't getting yeeted.
You aren't getting yeeted.
All right, then I'll do the same as Guntar and just make a mad dash for it.
Okay.
you're on the left pike?
Yes.
Or, I was on the left pike, you're on the right pike.
Yep, so,
Cause we went
Yeah.
left.
yeah,
Yeah.
so you're on the right, you're on the left, I'm in the middle.
Yeah, no, well, okay, you guys went down the right side originally, yes?
Yes.
So now you would be coming down the left side. Camera has turned around behind you.
Yeah.
If the camera didn't rotate, we're on the same sides.
Yes. Camera didn't rotate, you're on the same sides.
Yes.
So if you're on the right, you're still on the right.
Yes.
This is like it's like in Final Fantasy VII where the perspective is so screwed up because the camera doesn't move.
Yeah.
But it's like there's a doorway way down there, but you don't know where it is. But like you can walk all the way down that catwalk and kind of like turn yourself. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So again, I make a mad dash for the main door.
Sure.
As I double dash, my rage ends.
Yes, that
One rage down.
one rage down.
It's alright. Bad multiples.
Okay, I'm still searching.
Scanning in progress.
Pew, 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 pew.
Radar detection.
Um,
Do you have it? No, I'm gonna sniff them out.
Does it smell like goblin? Yes, the entire warehouse smells like goblin.
Natural 18?
the entire warehouse smells of goblins.
I'm so happy I called that shit.
Arcadia, as you are continuing up, you do get it like at the edge of your like enough that it doesn't trip your whole ping, but enough that you're able to.
No, it doesn't ping. It literally, if it's in my bubble.
Right. It doesn't get inside your bubble. Like, you know when you have your fingers together.
My God.
And you can't like you're really super close and you can kind of feel it, but you can't feel it. Like you're not touching, but you can feel it. It's that thing. Boop. And you're like right over there.
So
Like,
I'm going that way.
yeah. And you find it. So
Where in conjunction is the Goon Tower running in conjunction?
away,
Okay. I'm still sprinting.
but it's not moving.
Okay. I'm still going towards it. Like, I don't want to alert him.
Probably good.
Okay.
So
Good.
these two are running like crazy, and I'm very quiet. I am hunting Quanko.
I feel like at this point, Gutar would just turn into Broly and would just say nothing but Krenko. Because it makes more sense for him to do it than me.
Nice. As you hear, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom,
I feel they're
ba-boom.
making way more noise than
Yeah.
I am at this
Yeah.
point.
And as I get to the door, I'm like, did you get out here? Kind of poke my head out.
Yeah, give me a perception.
Yeah, for sure. I would poke my head out.
Oh, 13.
You don't think that he's gone this way?
Alright, so going slowly and creeping up, have I
Mm-hmm.
pinned him?
You've kind of found him, and it's something. Roll me a perception.
10.
10. That's enough. You do-
Passive perception's a 12, so.
Yeah. You do see. It's kind of darker in this corner. It's kind of like in a U shape of boxes, and Krenko is kind of sitting back against a couple of crates, and just kind of he's kind of holding his side, but you can tell kind of under him there's a bit of blood where he's at. And we're gonna go to break.
I think I ended him.
No. But we are gonna go to break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Go grab a snack, a drink, use the facilities. We'll be back in just a few minutes with hopefully the conclusion to this bout of storytelling.
I want
What
to
are-
start.
Hello. I am Barton of Rivet City Limited and Didact Gaming. And these are all the people who were here before. If some of them would get off their phones, it's time to play D&D. I know you've got the magical
I used one rage. I was marking that down.
in D&D Beyond. It is a fantastic thing.
That we will hopefully get sponsored by eventually. Yeah.
Eventually, maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
This is to you.
There is. Should we ever use D&D Beyond, there is a plugin for Twitch that we can put in all of the character sheets and everything, and the viewers can see all of our stats and stuff.
See
It's one of the cool things.
They actually do have an app.
They have the app isn't great though,
Okay.
but there is a plugin for Twitch, like it's
Okay.
in Twitch.
Well, I'm just saying for like
Yeah,
this
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
So-
It's better to use the browser for D&D Beyond right now.
Okay.
It's really dumb. Anyways, when last we left our heroes, they were tracking Krenko through his hideout. When Arcadia came upon him, apparently bleeding.
Okay, so am I coming straight into the view from
You kind of like rounded the corner and like he's like
right there?
he's there. Yeah.
Okay. You should probably really just stop running for a minute. Let's chat. I won't call the rest of them. Let's just you and me chat for a minute.
Well, first off, give me a diplomacy. That is that's gonna be
I'm pretty sure in the background of all this happening, you just hear Barrison doing
that
turn
would
yelling.
be a,
You found him yet?
persuasion.
Persuasion? Okay.
That'd be persuasion.
20.
Okay. Well, that's and he's just
Because it's in Goblin.
Yeah.
I'm not.
yeah. You're saying all this in Goblin. He nods. He's just. You guys don't know what you're up against.
What are we up against?
All out war.
At this point, I got a lot of puzzle pieces. I just want a picture.
A lot of people would like that. I don't even have a whole picture.
I bet you got puzzle pieces that fit in my puzzle.
Oh.
That was weirdly sexual, and I'm not into it. But
Wait, I thought it was
Your
just I thought it was just her right there with them. Dover's not even anywhere near.
Like Dover's up in the foreman's like,
no.
Do I hear them where I heard the sound of...
You just hear goblin chatter.
so like you at this point.
If you
I
heard
hear
them,
the blush from across the room.
you
Somehow you're blushing like, oh.
that was weirdly sexual. And
Sorry, it wasn't supposed to be.
okay,
Found him yet?
no, it's things aren't obviously whoever you work for and whoever I work for have very similar interests.
Name for a name.
I mean, if they sent you after me, you know who I work for.
Ooh, does number 2 work for?
I am the low man on the totem pole. They don't tell me much besides go get.
Bad guy, go get.
Bad guy, go get. They just said you escaped prison. They didn't even say who helped you or what was going on.
It's funny because whoever sprung me wasn't trying to help me.
Who was it?
Fucking knew it.
They didn't tell you anything when you were coming after me.
probably another
It'd
persuasion.
be deception.
Perception. 12.
You really think I'm that stupid?
At this point, is there some Goonsar here goblin?
Are they walking back the other way?
Yeah, we're sweeping stuff.
Yeah, we're still sweeping.
I mean, it's hushed tones. I would need perceptions from both of you.
Alright, that's pretty damn good. That's a dirty 20.
Roll.
That is a 9.
Yeah, you don't. You do hear goblin being spoken.
Hear anything?
I look
Hear
at
anything?
You guys are on opposite sides of the.
I don't say anything, and I just am slowly, methodically walking there, knowing full well she's down.
Yeah.
And I'm just making it loud enough that more is like an intimidation kind of thing.
I hear this intimidating stomping. and
I do too. I'm like, he found something.
I wander quietly but slowly. How many rounds do we have until we reach them?
It's depending on where you're at. It's a big warehouse.
I've been standing where we were.
I'm still
you
kind
will
of.
have to go back down and go down the stairs and come back.
I'm still
What
kind
I do.
of near the front where the main
Yeah,
entrance is.
so that's gonna be. It'll still be about 50 feet.
Okay.
From the doorway.
And at this point, I know exactly where Krinko is. I'm not running. I'm just doing this to try to like add to maybe we can get more information out, like playing the bad cop.
Yeah.
I'm like, the only name we are getting besides yours was Mr. Taz.
And that's all you need. Tell your idiot friend to quit stomping around.
Guntar, knock it off!
Guntar, keep it up.
I'm just walking there at a normal pace at this point.
Yeah, no. Dragon Council, that's all I say.
There are worse people to work for. But, they're both trying to stop the same thing from happening. They just don't know how deep it goes. Look, it's not easy because I know you don't want to believe anything I tell you.
I trust goblins more than I trust, the Demir.
It's more than anybody should trust the Demir, honestly. Anybody would trust a goblin over them.
Yeah, no.
He
I'm
kind of shifts and winces a bit as he tries to sit up a little more, but
I'm
just
like, just a second. Dobrin! Get down here!
Continuing. I'll take.
A little faster!
Trying to go there faster.
I follow the sounds of her voice.
Yeah, at this point, I'm right around the corner.
I get a little closer and I'm like, stop from the Demir? Or, sex.
partly you guys, partly other shit catching up. Look, I know where Jace is. It's not ideal. And honestly, I don't think he's coming back anytime soon.
Where is he?
You've heard of that Golgari bitch, Veraska, right?
Raska. Sorry, out of character.
Yeah.
Can you?
Vraska, agent, okay. Eventually led to underling of the Golgari, assassin, Gorgon, Medusa-looking chick, super bad. She works it. She
She is the definition of bad bitch.
yeah,
on
she's
Ravnica.
definitely yeah. She's earned a name for
If
herself.
she wasn't the definition of bad bitch on Ravnica, it'd be the the death angel that you dealt with earlier.
Yeah, so
I'm a boss ass
she's
bitch.
I don't want to tell lore as to because we're.
But
we're
I'm just
back in
saying,
the
would
lore.
I,
She's-
would I know her?
Give me the cliff notes on.
Cliff note: she's an Golgari assassin turned eventual game to try to be a power
Okay.
of the Golgari.
So would I know her name?
You probably wouldn't know the name off the top of your head. She is a wanted criminal, but unless you work with bounties or unless you work with the
Like,
leader
I
shooter
probably might
side.
have known the name if listening to Mom's work.
Yeah, probably.
Like, isn't she one of the wanted ones? One of the big bads?
Would I know of her?
You would know about Vraska, yeah.
I probably, of all the stuff
we're
I've heard, I
right, yeah.
probably wouldn't know Nebraska as my character either.
A better question, would I be the one that probably would have the most knowledge on her?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, for me it just happened to be like some of Mom's paperwork.
Right, yeah, okay.
But remember, this is all in Goblin right now.
Yeah, I know, I out of character.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are
Finally.
right near.
Okay.
Dude,
Like,
Did you say my name?
yes, come here.
the shit
To
heads in
Franco, I'm
there.
like,
Knife.
if we can keep talking,
Yeah,
I
I'm
need
like,
feed
let's-
information.
let's-
Let's work out a deal. I'll let the big guy heal you up so you at least just stop bleeding all over the floor.
That would be appreciated before.
Yet we're taking everything that you have and I am apprehending you.
Knife.
Ignore the idiot, Dobrin.
Okay, cool.
Don't know that's all in Goblin.
Still, cool. Sure. Let's get away.
No, I'm trying to work a deal.
I know, but
Are you talking to him?
I'm like just telling him to be quiet. I'm like, can you do some lay on hands? He's bleeding out all over the floor.
Wow, was that Guitar?
I don't think
Something
so.
like that. That in common.
Oh, okay.
Was that from when you fled? That last one I got you good in the thing. Oh yeah, that one. All right.
How much do I have? I have like 15.
If it helps, I can also get my herbalism kit and take some of my disinfectant salve.
I heal with like 5.
Okay.
I could also cure wounds.
That's good enough
It's at least gonna
to
cauterize the wound.
stop. It's good enough to stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
He just kind of looks at Guntar and not a cop. It's just,
I won't hit you again if you just give me the knife.
you don't have to worry about it. It's not the knife you have to worry about.
What is?
I'm not talking to you.
You're a hard man to find.
I try to be.
I like that. I can respect that. But I don't want to be somebody's black sheep. Dog. What's the term? You know what the fuck. Did we get answers? Or more questions?
Back into Goblin, like. Do you want me to tell him to back off again?
That would probably be appreciated.
In common, back to you guys. Hey, can you back off a little bit? Just scoot down, like, to you two. Like, I keep Dobrin.
Yeah. He's fine.
Mr. Healer's fine.
He's fine. Tell the other two to back off.
Guntar, Varys, can you?
Me to Guntar, because at least they somewhat nearby.
But back off a bit.
Let's just back up a bit.
The last thing I do, this is kind of a little creepy, but not really. I double scent with my trunk Krenko's scent. Specifically. Not random, I sniff him down. And be like, you do know I track people for a living, and I got you hus now. I like it.
Wow, stalker.
Yeah, it was weird. I like it. I like it. Who's over here?
Remember what I said about that being weirdly sexual?
That wasn't me.
That was worse.
Mine was a accidental phrasing. That was that creeped
That
me
was
out.
blatant. Ugh.
Alright,
Guntar feels like he hears the weirdness in the background. He's like, yes, yes.
I like that. That was a good choice. That was a good choice.
as I was saying,
And I go prop and I just watch.
like, Goblin
Yeah.
Barat, the name.
Yeah, the Nebraska.
So you guys over here, Baraska.
And I kind of look and I'm.
At that point, I'm just like, he knows something.
So,
And we're talking to ourselves.
you know how Jace and Gideon can jump between, I don't know if it's realities or if it's just places that they can go. But Veraska, and to an extent Gideon and Jace, they're not from here.
Oh yeah, no.
It's something happened recently, at least. Jace left to help with something. I don't know what it was that he left to help with. I don't know why Taz told me this information that he knows, but Veraska's here because Jace isn't.
She's trying to fill the void.
Not fill the void. There was this artifact that allowed her and one other of these planeswalkers to leave wherever they came from. But because of the plane that they left, anyone who was already there is stranded.
They took the life ship, basically. They took the only emergency exit.
Kinda, yeah. I don't know where this place is, what this artifact is, but apparently it's the only way that a planeswalker can get it off of wherever
Actually, gonna point out later.
they got from.
Okay. So Jace is stuck where they were.
As far as I know, yeah. And as far as I know, he's not coming back. At least not anytime soon.
Lovely string of goblin curses.
That's about right.
I know a couple of those. That didn't end well.
So do we arrest him
Good to
or
hear.
not? What's going on here?
Happiest ending for you. How we work this out.
Happiest ending for me?
For working with us.
You don't give me the Ven. You don't give me the Ven.
Oh, we don't like Ven either. We think that he's been lying to us.
Ben?
Yeah, he's been lying to us. I fucked that up. I fucked that up.
He's
Almost.
been lying to us.
And
Does he know something
Did
about
he
Ben?
say don't give me the Vin in Goblin or
Does he know
Common?
something about
No.
Ben?
he said it in Goblin, but you guys heard Ven.
Do you guys ask me, what do you say about Ven?
That's exactly what I
Yes.
just said.
Yeah, so it's like happy ending is we don't give him to Ven. So
What's up with that guy? We were just talking about how we didn't trust him.
I knew it.
do you know who Ven's working with or for? In Goblin. Because we know we don't trust him.
Yeah.
We just don't know the connection.
Yeah, I know who, and as he's about to say, as he's about to Huh?
What?
No, he doesn't die.
Okay, good.
No, he doesn't die. There is a, you hear the doors of the warehouse fly open and smash against the inside of the building.
I actually take a defensive stance guarding Krenko.
And
Like,
I'm pretty sure
like,
this is where me and Gunter are
like
starting to
I
prepare for
shift
battle.
around, like doing this weird body protecting, like
Yeah.
holding his shoulder.
yeah, so where you guys are, thankfully, is the boxes are stacked high enough that whomever or whatever is at this door cannot see you.
Mm-hmm.
You also cannot see them.
From my perspective, leaning across, looking at them, do I have a better vantage point at the door?
Could we like just leave?
Could you smell them?
I'm pretty transfixed on Krinko smell.
Does it
Canonically right now.
smell different than goblin?
It is definitely different than goblin.
Could
Okay.
from where we
Do you
currently
let me know it's not goblin at the door?
Yeah.
could we from where we currently are, like if we were like where Guntar is and even where I am, could I just kind of like peer over one of the rows and just kind of see what's there?
Yeah, give me just a moment. I can give you exactly who and or what is there. Let me pull up my book here.
Oh,
I have an interesting idea for Krinko later. It is not near what you think it is.
1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. It's legal, I get it.
Like Dobrin, you're like, I didn't know Arcadia could bend that way. Like,
oddly sexual.
no, like I didn't know. I literally didn't know.
Hashtag not a sex thing.
Hashtag
Like-
not a sex dungeon.
I didn't know centaurs could bend. Oh, like,
That's
protect my home.
I mean, I could cast something now if you'd like to not be bending like that, but I don't know if you want to cast.
No,
something
you're
now.
just like didn't know she could. Like,
Yeah.
like defensively, she's just like, huh? That must have been a really intense chat she had with Krenko.
Dobrin kind of whispers to, I'm close enough to you, right?
Yeah, like you basically, you're right. there.
Dobrin's like, should we somehow pretend that we're arresting Krenko if this is someone that we like need? I don't know I don't know what to do if this, like, who's walking?
Well, it's not goblins, you said, right?
Not a goblin. What if it's that dude we're talking about?
It's Ven? Ven? If it's Ven,
If it's Ven, this is a well, no, because we are close to the prison.
Prison.
Ooh, I just had some thoughts run through my head.
Okay, thanks for sharing.
Maybe the reason why Krenko is here is to get more info about Ven. This could be Ven's warehouse.
Maybe,
Just thinking about it, it could be Ven.
could be. I don't know what
we're waiting for, cause
Yeah.
you're,
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out
Yeah,
who it
no,
is.
Sorry.
we're all, dude, dude, dude.
If we need a place to rest with Krinko, I vote he sleeps in. Not necessarily by his choice at Guntar's residence.
Wow, this is getting weird.
Sleepover with Krenko! Let's just prolong this finale. Did
Oh,
you guys just have a sleepover? Yeah,
No,
we took a hard left.
This is good.
Yeah, we went to Birkin's beforehand too.
No, he doesn't deserve the Birkins.
He doesn't get Birkins.
And I still can't go for another 2 months.
How are you gonna get your succulents?
I have a guy.
Dobrin.
No, your guy.
I
No, it's just
That's my trunk.
Oh.
hard cut to you behind the Birkins. The cook just comes out
Yeah,
with just a case of succulents.
And I slide in a 5 underneath. She's like, I wasn't here. He's like, oh, as always you aren't, man.
Oh, also, what I wanted to point out, remember back when we were underneath the Birkins and he hit the fucking vault door and we all three of us got put to sleep, but she didn't? Yeah, I shouldn't have been put to sleep. Fey ancestry.
No,
Yeah, but y'all did, so that happened.
yeah,
Good job.
It's
Thank
too
The
far
more
past
you
that.
know. The
we're
more
too,
you
we're
know.
too far past that.
Still! Magic can't put me to sleep.
Now you know.
You didn't pull that card out like I did.
I'm first time player. Hello.
Learn your stuff. That's the way to do it.
Why? There's not a monster. It says it's a monster right here, but it's not. That is weird.
All right, chat, come up with some wild theories.
Yeah. Source MM. That would be monster manual.
Some riveting gameplay happening.
That's how you get killed.
Hello, yes, tech support.
No.
Try turning it on
Oh.
and turning it on again.
Do you need it? Oh, I have that in the car actually.
Well, no, I have it right here.
It's just not pulling off.
It's just not.
He has the PDF.
I have the PDF.
Yo, I rolled a 20, a 19, 18, 14.
Would it
Oh.
be listed under something else?
I don't know, you're the DM.
I want the shock value.
You want the shock value? You want to know what it is?
Shock value.
Yeah, I don't wanna come back now.
Well, as what, and it's Varys, you're the one who is peeking over.
Yes.
I will need a perception at least from you.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna be that good. 11.
11. You see the silhouettes that are coming in,
Silhouettes? As in plural or singular?
plural.
Okay.
There are several of these things, several of these bodies. that
Can
are
I,
coming in.
can I discern what either body style and or race they are?
They appear to be humanoid.
Okay.
No wings.
Okay, that's good, but not that would have been better.
Their garb is very simple,
Okay, they are prison guards.
dark, tight. Like they're
Oh.
everything that they're wearing is very tight fitting.
Would you say?
Ninja!
Humor me. Would you say that they are ninjas?
I would absolutely say that they are ninjas.
Fuck, I was hoping for wings.
Did you say that to me?
Yes.
I step out so where they can see me.
Fucking.
And as you step out, there is a familiar entity at the center of the four of these.
While he's doing that,
ninjas.
I am running over to Pranko and Arcadia, just saying, "You need to get out of here, like now."
Are you whispering that?
And
Yes.
as you come up, the figure kind of opens his hands. Master Loxodon, I understand that there have been certain revelations as to your employment.
I pull out the one needle. I throw it back at him and say, "This is yours, by the way."
It just, it kind of clatters. As,
I'm not aiming at. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. It clatters at his feet. And he's just. Okay. So. First things first. That's not mine. Secondly, were hired to do a job.
You didn't tell us about the job. You brought my employment into this hellhole and I point around the entire. Do you really think it's smart making me angry?
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Rage!
I don't think you'll enjoy that. So why don't you be honest for once?
I just want what everybody else wants.
We don't want this.
Peace on Ravnica.
No.
Your brothers and sisters no longer carried away in chains to Udzek, to the Boros prisons, to the just the he's more eloquent than this. Swear to God.
At this point, I'm done talking with them, and I run up towards
Yeah,
back to Guntar.
You saw that it was Ben?
Yes.
Okay. You let us know.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, we need to leave. We need to get him out of here right now. So I'm gonna go back over with him, so that we can at least like maybe do a distraction. Get him out
Well, you
of
don't
here.
say the whole plan.
No, well, no, I'm not saying that out loud. I would like again.
Dude,
Just-
alright, just
let's-
extra,
Just get him out of here. I'm gonna be over there.
Quietly.
And then I come back over to where Guntar is proudly
Go.
standing.
I'm like, how much charge did your teleporter get?
1, maybe 2.
Cause I'm guessing it's probably the one person you don't want to go with that just went through those doors.
Look. I don't know how he found us. Unless he looks at you and he's like, did they give you a file?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. And that's just there is just that realization that
And then it clicks with me. And who was it that had the file in the group
We had it last when we were up at the what's it called?
at the
The tower.
tower? No, who's carrying it though? It was one of the locks on.
Dobrin had it, but that was the last time I remember us talking about the file was when we were in.
yeah, I assume that you guys took it with you when you left.
Just
I don't have it, but I can read it.
Cause I remember you were the one that reached his
This is
trunk.
the dossier?
Yeah, the dossier. And like,
We never did detect magic on that, did we?
it would have pinged because I was by Dobrin if it was magical though.
It's not a magical tracking
Oh, great.
that they have on it.
Okay. Dobrin, pull it out.
Yeah, that. And Kreko, like,
We're like, we know all the information out of it, so I'm like,
and he takes it from you, and he flips it over to the underside, and there is on the cap there's a kind of a seam there, and he takes his not special knife and gets it in the seam and starts to pry on it, and as he pries it open, it opens up a cap. At the bottom of the cap is a Demiri sigil.
Oh boy.
You don't see this.
I know. This
But-
is just me. You know that I'm loud and boisterous.
can we cut back to our conversation?
Yeah, can we go back to us?
Yeah.
sorry, we're like having
No,
to be a
that's- no,
revelation.
This is
Yeah.
My brothers and sisters get caught all the time. The weak ones get captured. It happens. If you know, you don't see the tattoos of the burning tree on me. Yeah, I live in the rubble belt, but I'm not clan member, if you will.
And at this point, I return to Guntar's side.
Mm-hmm. And Nassius just kind of folds his arms across his chest. But what if you were allowed to roam as you wish, without
I do roam as I wish. Spit on the ground.
I see.
Look, Ben, I don't trust you. You're a worm who squirmed into a position of power. And most people like that idea. But I don't think you want to stop with just, what was the first one? Not Utsek, but
Sawtooth.
Sawtooth. You don't want it to stop at Sawtooth. There's a bigger game. So I'm going to ask you this. How do you want to do this? How do you want to do this? It's like a critical role.
Guntar says that, and I'm just like, it's good.
I felt good, yeah.
So it's just one of those.
I give it a solid okay.
And I take, not like a full-on dash to him, but I like definitely take a step forward.
Okay. I will need you to roll initiative, please.
Just Guntar?
Yes.
Varys and Winter probably.
Yes.
Yes, Varys and Guntar will both need to.
We're gonna fucking
As
die.
we can try to hop through the knife. Bye!
Oof. Yeah, 11.
8.
Oh!
No, 6.
11.
11.
Sometimes it's good to be, low on initiative.
You know, we could always get him to transfer the thing that says we're not here and be like, it's gone, dude. What are you talking about? When it comes to just a thought.
Why is it now that both of us have been put into battle by ourselves?
I said, how do you want to do this? And he responded with, he wants to do this. So.
I like how I'm like, Dobrin, you are my shield.
Yep.
This is my new little goblin. This is my goblin.
Can Dobrin just Captain America me his shield?
It's too. You're out of range there.
Yeet!
Dobrin, yeet!
Why does Dobrin have our bringing shield? What?
And so from that we'll cut back to.
I hate
You
Alright,
probably.
so we just revealed the Demir
Yeah.
tracking sigil.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you can probably hear us like preparing for battle.
Yep.
They're morons. But they're good meat shields. Distractions. How do we get this to stop track? Do we just ditch?
That's the best way to do it, quick and dirty. Just ditch it. They're not gonna be able to track you with it if it's not on you.
It's better to just like put it in the cases right next to them.
Yeet!
Look,
We don't hear anything crash.
No, I didn't actually throw it out.
there's not gonna be much that you guys can do for me. Just let me get out of here. You never saw me.
He teleported, we can't track ya.
That's decent. Then he changes over to common. He's like, look, Ben's not who he says he is. You think that he's working for Boros, he's not. He's the one who's, if you read that dossier, you know how I escaped. But that's not how I escaped. That was an assassination attempt.
That's what.
Fucking close it!
Because I'm trying to stop the war from happening. They were gonna use the Shadow Brothers to kill me. I got to them first. They arrested me. lose that, they kill me in the process.
You stop the war. Why do they want to kill me?
Because I know where Jace is.
He knows that part of the conversation.
Doberman's like,
We failed our first mission.
Short version, Nebraska trap base, Jace somewhere else. You guys gotta go get him.
Okay.
Figure out a way to get him.
We failed our first mission, but we know the big story.
I wouldn't say you failed it.
What?
I wouldn't say you failed it, but
Krenko got away. Krenko got out of our.
God, Davian is not going to be happy with me.
We'll take some disappointed looks. If we ever need you, how do we get hold you?
I'll find you. And Krenko, like, he takes out that shiv again.
I look at. I'm like, can I see? I just want to see it. I won't take it. Just show me. I just want to see this thing. It's been bothering me since the first time you used it in front of me.
Take it, use it, and you just all three teleport away.
Bye.
Give him a persuasion.
16.
Alright. He very cautiously hands it over.
Like I'm checking the magic and basically,
Yeah,
I'm like,
Yeah, you'll need a Arcana.
16.
16. It is aberration on it. Because you don't have detect magic, you can't tell what it is, but because you can tell it's
When I detected the magic on it, this is what it was.
Yeah, it's not detect magic. What's the other one that lets you
Identify.
identify? You're not able to tell what exactly it does, but you're like, oh yeah, this does shit.
Basically, I'm trying to get a magic ID on this thing, and
Yeah,
I'm like, oh. And I just gently give it back.
and he kind of takes it back a little bit quicker than you expect, and then kind of does the same, kind of rips open a hole and
He actually lets me watch it.
yeah, he rips open a hole and like kind of tumbles himself into it.
Does he close instantly as he's through with the knife, or?
It kind of, the hole kind of follows him as he falls through.
Okay. Did I see where he went?
I need a perception.
As I'm like 2 inches from the hole.
Yeah, please don't roll low. Oof.
8.
It's 2.
Would I get advantage because I'm like,
Could I?
No,
On top.
no advantage for being on top of it.
I mean, I'm here.
Yeah, you can roll a perception.
17
plus zero.
plus 0.
I'm too focused on the magic.
Yeah. It's dark. There is some faint light, like kind of greenish glow.
Like Undercity.
Like Undercity, but nowhere that you would, it's generic Undercity.
Okay.
Will we have another adventure with Chong?
John.
John.
I did say I was gonna get some promotion.
That is, if you survive this battle.
I get up and like, Dobrin, we're about to have to go rescue our idiots.
Okay.
Or our idiots gave me enough time to let Drinko get away. But tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato. Alright. As the two of you approach, give me initiatives as you guys get close.
That is a 19.
Okay.
From the back.
6.
And a 6.
Wait, what's your initiative bonus?
Also, he rolled an 8, I rolled an 11.
Yeah, we're just waiting.
Yes. Swap.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that was bothering me like the entire time.
Sorry.
Okay.
Alright.
Did you roll a nat 6 or a
It's straight up 6.
where he had an 8 minus or?
9 minus 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, okay. I thought you rolled a 6 for some reason.
So
Okay. Like, just cocky walk up, like, alright, I keep losing good goblins!
Got my halberd, I'm ready.
all right. So as you guys, as Arcadia and Dobrin come around the corner, you see Varys and Guntar starting fights.
I
right
stepped
away.
forward. They're the ones who.
Well, yeah. So he did step forward.
Like,
I didn't do anything yet.
You catch it and like in the background, like this is the soundtrack to what's going on right now. Like fourth wall, like outside. This is what the viewers are hearing.
Party,
I don't
party,
know.
party. You
If-
want to have a party?
If
have a
if
party.
our friends behind the screen can edit this in post.
AKA the
'Cause it's
friend
only-
behind the
it's
screen.
It's only gonna be a 30-second clip or less. I think it's less than a 30-second clip. And when I point, that's when we need to go to our break here. So remember to get those questions in and stuff. And we'll be right back with Table Talk. But as the camera kind of pans out, you see Dobrin and Arcadia come around the corner. Varys is getting his swords out, and as Guntar is stepping, all of this is happening in slow motion as the camera kind of pans around all this. In the background is the roundabout.
Oh my God!
And you just get that it just slowly pans across everybody as it gets there, and then right as that to be continued slides in, that's when Guntar kind of just raises his axe as he's stepping in, and that's what it goes to next week. We'll see you next week. We'll be right back at Table Talk. Hello! Welcome back. Did you enjoy?
I fucking called it!
Did you enjoy the motherfucking JoJo reference?
Wait a goddamn second.
Is this a JoJo's reference? Goddamn right it is. Yeah. So there was two JoJo's Easter eggs there. Yeah. Wow. That is the end of part 1 of this season. Halfway there, and then part 2 of the season until June, and then we will have season 2 in August. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, let's decompress what we think MVP.
I'm just gonna say this, throwing an idea out there. Krinko is trying to political with the first person who attacked him in this story. Just throwing that idea out there, and he blames the two of us, but in reality, you were the first person who attacked him. Because you cloud of daggers.
Yeah!
Yeah, and he thinks it's all me. That's
But the cloud of daggers never hit him.
Yeah, but again, she was the first person to attack him. Doesn't matter if it didn't hit him or not, she did attack him.
That is Gillis. I'll say it.
That is Gildas.
She's also the only one that can talk to him.
True. Well, technically he speaks common. Decent.
But it's the
Language of his people, I guess.
Preferred vernacular.
Yeah.
Please, dude, the preferred vernacular is Asian American. Mother.
The damn dagger, dude. Fuck that thing.
I'd say.
The dagger that just like pops out next to your
Yeah.
hand, or the dagger that he
No,
uses?
the
I
rip
like the
dagger.
Dossie.
Oh, that was nice too.
Yeah, the tracking dots.
Explains how we've been.
I really want to see Ben trying to follow our tracking power. Like, what the fuck are they going?
Which explains why we were attacked in 5th.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
And he denied. I was like, I found this is yours, and he's like, no, it's not. I'm like, Yes, it is.
Technically,
no, it's not.
technically it's not because he wasn't the one
Throw
who
it, obviously.
Yeah, well, guess what? He's still a son of a bitch.
Nastiest Ben, son
No,
of
no.
bitch, you are still alive.
I did get a laugh at him. That was a good.
Dylan!
I liked that. That was fun. Anytime Guntar can try to like.
Hey guys, as long as they didn't trash the boat, technically we have a way out. Just thought of that.
Yeah, but they probably did.
It's only 4v4.
5v4.
Five before.
Oh, nastiest and 4 others. Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, it's nastiest.
I saw. I heard 4 figures.
Yeah,
So, we gonna kill us a prison warden.
No, we don't kill the prison warden.
We just kill the people that are with him.
and then take his ass to Tajik.
Yes. I agree. I agree. I agree. I
Alright.
knew I should have never trusted that son of a bitch.
When in
Yeah.
doubt.
We were giving him the 5th degree that first game, remember? Like, give us all your information. We didn't trust him from the get-go.
No, you really didn't.
Oh, I extremely didn't
You
trust
gave
him.
him
No.
The benefit
a
of the doubt.
lot less. I mean, you gave him a lot more. I don't know. You gave him just the right amount.
We're like, we don't trust you.
So we're,
Well, we
like,
didn't trust each other. And we're still formulating that trust.
would we have not, like, what would have happened if we, like, fought him?
Right then at the beginning. Give us all the information. You're not giving
Yeah,
us.
what would
Well,
have
it would
happened?
be level 1, so that'd be a quick fight, I'm sure.
Right.
I would like to maybe can I rage? I don't think I can rage at level 1. I'd like to be.
Oh, to fight that.
Yeah,
right,
Ben,
right,
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 yeah,
right,
that
sorry.
would tough.
I mean, you guys probably would have gotten, gotten
Thrown in jail.
yeah, either TPK'd or tossed in jail by the Fedboros.
Revolt!
And then he would have been court-martialed
Yeah, I would have been court-martialed.
by the Azorius.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Wait, so, were we supposed to not fight Cranko?
Well, I want to say that we weren't not supposed to because we didn't know what he was doing at the time.
So what if we, like, fought Cranko this whole time? And never found out? Would Ven still have showed up?
I think Ven still would have shown up.
Yeah, because he probably would have been like, thank you for doing this. Now you have to die. Because you know way too much.
Even if I hadn't grilled Cranko, he'd be like, oh, you found Cranko. Thank you, congrats. What do you know?
He immediately said that to me. He's like, oh, it looks like you know.
Yeah, so
Like,
he,
you know nothing, and he's still like, you have to die.
Yeah.
Well,
like-
no, it was more of a, oh, you see, you found what we're looking for. Was the way that he was getting at that. Was
Oh.
it wasn't you know too much. It was
Oh, that's why I was like, oh, you mean that you're one of these fuckers?
yeah. It was more of a, oh, you found.
Yeah,
No.
you found
You found
you did good.
Yeah.
About time, Mr. Loxodon, dude.
Yeah.
He tried to be polite with me. You don't be polite with Guntar. He doesn't respect that shit.
Well.
No, that's why I stopped.
A, he's a Vedalken. B, he's Boros. Or he's feigning to be Boros.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Highlights?
I love the idea of this Guntar. I was talking earlier. I've ran through 4 different doors and door walls in 12 episodes. So pretty good.
Yeah,
Let's
pretty
keep
good,
that
pretty good
ratio
batting
up.
average
Yeah,
there.
let's keep that ratio up.
Yeah.
Every 3 episodes, run through a wall.
I'd like that. I like that.
Short is good distance.
Honestly, I feel like I like how I was using our hair, like, wait a second. Detect magic. You said he was still here? Here?
Yeah,
He's
right?
there.
Well, I like that you guys are like now finally putting pieces together. It makes me happy that.
Did I injure him with my last critical hit? Is that what he was from?
Yeah, he was. You crit him.
When he jumped out of the thing. On his op attack. I crit him back to back.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because
he
I
was-
had also done a chill touch on him, and
Yeah, and he was still hurting.
Oh, well. He attacked me.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to do good faith with having Dobrin
Yep.
heal him. Also, so he didn't do the, and the true villain was.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid doing that.
Like a
I
fucking
hate that.
cliche.
I hate that stuff. Absolutely hate that stuff. How about some cues?
Sure.
Would you like some clues?
I would love some clues.
Did you guys trust Krenko more than the guy who originally gave him the file? Clearly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Misplaced trust. So what made Ben so shifty seeming?
I don't know, the fact that he just, it's like, it's in the dossier, he wouldn't explain. Like, you're telling us to go get him, but you're giving us nothing
He
beyond.
wouldn't give us the information that we required in order to capture a fugitive.
And why the hell would he have an outside people? Why would he hire people to go track down? That it just does not make sense. Was my thing was like, why are we doing your job?
And the
for
fact
you?
that he's like, you don't need to ask the guards that were there. That right there, that was what got me was, oh, don't ask the guards that were transporting him. They already put everything in the dossier. They wouldn't remember anything.
Not very good police quality work.
Yeah.
Again, just fuck him.
Let's see. As a DM, how do I decide where the end of the story is? Did Krenko escaping mean the end? So Krenko escaping didn't mean the end. It's kind of like, it's like
It's a cliffhanger.
well, it's a cliffhanger. It's also, seeding future stories. But the end of this story was really getting to the point where we have this face-off with Ben.
We have a new big bad.
There's a new big bad in town, and he might not even be the big bad. Like,
Oh, I'm sure he's not the big bad.
this chunk of the story was finding Krenko.
We found Krenko.
You found Krenko, and really you uncovered
The plot.
plot. You found plot.
Hello, plot.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, plot. My
Achieve-
name is player character.
Achievement unlocked. You
This is
found
player
the
character
plot.
Guntar
Pretty much.
Prime.
So that's kind of what it is.
Guntar the third.
Story-wise, it's not so just the end of the arc. So like if you think about, I hate flexing weeb shit, but like in Naruto, an end of a story arc isn't necessarily the conclusion of the story they're telling.
That.
Especially with the second arc of Naruto, the bridge escort,
Yes. Well, and
where they have the arc end with the fight with Haku, but that story is still going
right.
with the fight with the mob,
Well, and that's
and that's the start of the next story.
and that's kind of common with even just a lot of manga.
Yeah.
Like, one volume doesn't hold just one story. It's
Right.
Yeah, it'll tell like an overarching story throughout the entire series, but like with for Naruto, yeah,
This was chapter 1.
well, probably like 1 through like 3.
Yeah,
but
this is
but it's
the
leading
first.
into,
This is the first 3 books. This is the end of book 3.
Yeah.
Where like what they've been doing for the last 2 books. So yeah, if you think about like the first 3 books of Naruto,
I need to dig those up.
The first 3 books of Naruto are so
Those
good.
are really good.
Um,
I need to dig them up so I can
I
read them
have.
again.
Anyways, the first 3 books of Naruto are him becoming a genin.
Yep.
Then.
Then
I think the end of the 3rd book is when they.
Guntar Jutsu.
Because the end of the first book, he gets his headband.
Yep.
End of the 2nd book.
Is training and everything else like
Yep,
that.
they pass the test with Kakashi.
Yep.
And end of the 3rd book,
I think it's either it's the end of the 3rd leading into the beginning of 4.
is when they start that mission,
Yes.
the escort mission.
Yes, because
So you
I
have-
believe 4 is like the main part of that arc.
Yeah, and really in this part of the story arc, we told what, 4 different stories?
Just about, probably.
Yeah, we had the bit with Chong.
Yeah.
We had the whole Orzhov bit. The Dragon's Council was a huge piece.
Right. Going through 5th. Even.
Going through 5th, that was even its own little volume, a little chapter.
Yeah, that definitely would have been at least a couple chapters.
Yeah, so that, I mean, if you think about...
Hurricanes was a filler episode.
Yeah,
Hurricanes was a
Hurricanes
filler
was definitely a
episode.
filler
Filler
episode.
But that's kind of how
Is this just an anime?
yeah,
Yes.
this is just anime.
This is an
It's just
anime.
anime. It's D&D anime.
You've been
Um,
charging for 2 hours.
For the record, Dobrin does not trust Cranko still. Dobrin
Understandable.
does not.
I trust him
distrust
more
him.
than Ven.
Yeah, but that's kind of how story-wise that's
That was
That's
a
how
really long answer to that question.
it was, but that's kind of how I
He knows.
as a DM I kind of have to explain it. Like there's there's an ending to a story, but then there's an ending to an arc,
Yes.
and this was
Well,
the
and like not
ending-
every story is its own arc.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I shouldn't say that. Not every story is just a singular arc.
This was the end to this in D&D terms. This is the end of this module.
Yes.
Okay.
This was the end of this module.
Next, cool.
Next, cool. Why did Guntar decide he needed to sensually smell Cranko? Why didn't he do this with any other enemy?
Because to freak him out, I'm sure.
Hey, Utah just likes to fuck with people, if you haven't picked up on that. And B, it was not sensual, it wasn't supposed to be sensual, it was just, we were kind of
It's
playing
supposed
off.
to be kind of creepy.
It was supposed to be creepy, but I wanted to make sure I maintained the keen scent ability with my Loxodon trait, so that way if I ever had to find Cranko again,
Mm-hmm.
we could pick him up if he was like,
Nearby.
if like, oh wait, like somebody walking in a bar and be like, wait a tick,
Mm-hmm.
I recognize that.
Yeah, your spidey senses too.
Yeah, exactly, something like that. So.
Yeah.
His Guntar senses tingled.
Yeah, he's a little angry.
Does Varys now have a fear of heights after falling on his ass?
Fuck no. He loves to climb trees and do shit like that.
He's like, well,
This is commonplace for him to fuck up like that.
Yeah.
Follow question. Does Varys have an ass after,
It's a little flatter now.
I broke my butt,
It-
Mr. Krabs.
To make reference, that is Ravnica's ass.
Spoiler ban is lifted.
Everybody go home.
I'm sorry, Chad. The spoiler ban is lifted. I have no control over these yahoos.
I'm gonna be straight with you. There is a better ass in this room and it's not yours.
It's not my ass. It's his ass.
I'm gonna leave that up to interpretation, but it's not yours.
I'm just doing my.
All right,
my
next
curtsy
coup.
bows over
Next
here.
coup,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Guys, coup.
Yeah.
Next coup.
Wow.
Next.
Do you want to sit in this chair?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Maybe when we're done with this section of bullet time.
All right. Hashtag is sexual related.
It's quiet. Everyone out. Everyone. It's crowded. Everyone out. Everyone. Not you, number 2. Not you, Benjamin Holding Wrench.
How does the party feel about Ven and Cranko, and do they feel like they've fallen into something way bigger than themselves?
Yes.
Well, that
Yes.
was like an entire episode last week where we were kind of.
Right, yeah.
Red stringed.
We knew that we were in some. We were in a spider stuff pretty much. So.
Yes.
The red string just keeps getting longer and longer.
Yeah, it's like, where does it end?
No, it's like The Office with the red wire.
Yeah.
Uh,
Cast's favorite moment, I'm guessing from just this storyline. First episode to now.
First episode to now, favorite moment.
Oh God.
Nose goes first.
I'm trying to think.
I don't even know.
I think Gumanchar's favorite moment is the accidental killing somebody. That was pretty hilarious because Gunsar is a pretty planned, like not planned person, but he's like, my way is right. Obviously, like how could I screw up? And he's just like, tell us what you know. No, chop your thumb. Oh shit, I killed this guy. That wasn't supposed to happen that way. So I guess that's probably my favorite moment.
I mean, Dobrin hasn't really had a chance to really shine at this point yet, but I really have liked like the random segues running into that dude at the end of that grass rocks.
Gosrocks, yeah, he was
Gosrocks.
fun.
Gigi's.
GG's, yeah. But other than that, Dobrin hasn't really had a really bam moment, so that would probably
It
have
will be
been it.
coming.
He'll come soon enough.
Yeah.
She starts divine smiting undead
Yeah.
for 48 million damage. Or he, excuse me.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Probably like the one moment, at least in my mind, where Varys actually like did something that wasn't just being his subdued self, which was just actually killing the goblins in the street.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I kind of keep him. I kind of keep him subdued because I'm still new to D&D and I'm still trying to learn some shit. So I keep him subdued so I can like learn. And I'm like, this is gonna be the one moment where I actually do something really cool, and I did, at least
There
in
you
my
go.
mind.
There you go.
Oh gosh, for Arcadia. Oh. I don't know. It either the first time she actually showed off fighting, like the Goblin Street Brawl, where she just comes out like
Boot to the head, boot to the head, boot to the head.
no magic missile,
That too.
flying and magic missiles, or the fact that
Fucking rootin' tootin'.
Rootin' Tootin'.
It's funny because she's part horse.
Okay.
Or the other one is the fact that she basically talks her way out of like 90% of like most of the things.
She's surprisingly charismatic.
I kill
Well,
myself.
it is her best.
It is her best stat, that is true. Will the players take a break at Birkin's after the confrontation with Ben?
I imagine.
It's kinda up to you guys what you guys
I
want.
Well, it
imagine-
depends if Birkins is on fire. Not from
Well, I imagine if we were to do something like that, it'd be the end to Avengers, where they're just sitting in the shawarma joint, just munching on the food.
I
I
can-
imagine that's what we'll be doing.
I can let
But
you
this
know.
isn't even like your Avengers yet. Like,
I know, but that's what I imagine that would be
Eventually,
happening.
when we
Yes.
I
finally-
can let you know Guntar will be on his way home
We're in the
After
area.
after we get there. Good. It's been 3.5 days since, by the way, since we started, like, in our players' characters' minds. Just put that in perspective.
Really? It's only been 3.5 days.
Yeah, this entire story arc.
It's only 3.5 days.
It's
Three-
been
Well,
3.5 days.
Well, it's been 3.5 days since episode 1. Episode 2 took place 2 weeks before
Or-
episode 1.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, in theory, it's only been 3.5 days, though.
Yeah, the actual.
The actual space of this story arc has taken place in about 3.5, 4 days.
So, that's 3.5, 4 days. Guntar will probably be like, yo, fuck. I need my bed. I need to smell like
Yeah, you guys
grass.
are like running,
I need
running
dirt
you
on
guys
me.
ragged.
Right.
Like I said, Cranko, what do we need to do so I can go home
Home
and
and
just make this stop?
Yeah.
I mean, like everyone goes home. You go back to tinkering with stuff. Guntor goes back to hunting and doing whatever he does. Dobrin goes back to wandering. I go back to the exact same thing that we've been doing, just doing my job.
Pretty much.
So it's like, for me, it's like I don't care. I'll just continue on with it because regardless, I'm doing the same thing I'd be doing anyway.
Yeah.
First question, how do you think this is gonna happen or impact Varys' career?
Oh boy, that depends on if he gets out of this alive.
Well, because you say that like this is just a regular thing, but I doubt this in kind of
Well, and
story.
I'm sure that this will be less of what he goes back to a day and day, but it also is going to be one of those experiences that's like, okay, I did all that. I can probably handle whatever the angels are going to throw at me now, as far as jobs.
Because that's over your guys' heads.
Yes, and so it's one of those things that's like, okay, I thought I wasn't prepared. Now after that, I'm a little bit more confident and I feel a little bit more prepared at what could be happening. Again, back to his day and day.
Yeah.
Because again, he's helping people.
Or he turns in his badge and gun and becomes a vigilante.
He
I am the night.
he is not becoming Batman.
No, that
Yeah.
He,
So
he becomes the White Knight. Or Moon Knight, that's what it is, Moon Knight. Moon Knight.
You're not
Yeah.
you're not schizophrenic enough.
No, not
Yeah,
yet.
well, yeah, not yet.
Hang out
What,
with
what's
Luther,
the
man.
what's the thing with Moon Knight and Dracula?
Oh, God.
I know you're in here. Get out of here, Dracula, you fucking pussy. Yeah. So a few housekeeping things. Bullet time. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. right here on the Rivet City Limited channel. We will be live with this show up until mid-June, mid to late June, depending on how this next arc goes. Then we're going to take a brief break, and then come back with season 2, brand spanking new season 2 live show at 2DCon.
2DCon!
2DCon, it's gonna be great. In the interim, I think there's a show being planned for that same broadcast slot, so stay tuned for that. We'll have more on that later. Zomboid and Dinner episodes of Resident Evil 2 have wrapped. They are all done with Resident Evil 2. They finally beat the game.
Or did they?
Or did they?
Spoilers, that's you don't know.
Spoiler ban lifts on Monday. They will all be released within the next couple of weeks, and all episodes will be available in one long, mega feature-length episode. So there's going to be like
You're going to
cuts
subject
where all
yourself
of
to
a sudden
that?
there are costume changes. One episode, once those all are out, that will be a couple weeks after all the last 2 episodes have released. Rivet City Office pilot. So we're filming a new show, Rivet City Office. It's gonna be kind of like a slice of life sitcom office take on our day-to-day here at Rivet City Limited. That will film June 1 and will be released July 1. So mark those on your calendars, at least the release date of July 1. June 1 doesn't really matter for you guys, it matters for us though. Remainder of the first season of Neighborhood Gaming will wrap on June 1st as well. So first season of Neighborhood Gaming with Azalea from Jonah and the Whales wraps up here in a few weeks. New episodes, season 2 of Neighborhood Gaming will start filming this summer, which is awesome. Apartment Ops Remake is releasing on Monday, so keep an eye out for that. We have an old 7-bit video back when Rivet City used to be 7-bit Studios. Go check that out now. It's an older video from like 2014.
20-aught.
14.
Back in the late aughts.
5 fucking years ago.
5 years ago. It's a 5-year-old video we have remastered
That's when I
and brought up with
It's your fetus.
the cinematography. All of the footage is the same. It's just updated graphics and things like that.
We made it look
We
pretty.
made it look
How do you
great.
just turn the contrast?
That's it, that's all I did. It's actually black and white now.
It's a Kevin Smith movie. It's
Oh.
black and white now.
I have remastered all old 7-bit videos and they're all Kevin Smith.
Jay and Silent Bob are just motherfucker. Noise. Be sure to follow all of the social medias. We smoke the blunts.
$15, little man.
Put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me, yo.
A chunk of love. I said,
O-E-O-E-O.
Okay.
Think y'all wanna know ya.
That's
Oh.
our announcements.
Wasn't that in that Prince movie? Purple Rain, yeah. No, dude, that movie was gay shit. 80s style. What the fuck you say?
You talking mad shit about Florence staying the Times?
That song was written by... Yeah.
Hour and a half later.
Hour and a half later, we have recited the
Follow us
entirety.
on all the social medias. I am Data Gaming on Twitter and Twitch. You can also follow at @NatePetersen_ on the Twitter, American Hellfire on the Twitch.
Which, I'm 5 followers away from reaching affiliate. Help me!
Shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. Help me.
Shameless.
I'm gonna be back on stream tomorrow. Probably gonna be playing some Persona 4, or Persona 5, which is gonna be great.
Side.
Go support the Patreon. Thank you for all of our Patreon supporters so far. Much love to you guys. We'll be working on
You
your
get-
thank yous.
You get Goontar smells. That's
Good
what
touch
you get.
smells. But go follow, go support the Patreon if you can. All the RCL streamers, myself, Nate over there, Dan, Masked Gamer, he streams on the weekends. And thanks to all of our followers. We wouldn't do this show without you guys, and you guys make things so much more interesting. Like all the in-jokes that we don't get until we actually get off stream. So it's a lot of fun.
Amen, yeah. It's like,
But yeah.
oh, that's what they're talking about.
We will be back next week with more D and Dizzles.
I'm gonna kick the shit out of Nasus, man.
Alright.
You kick him. I'm just gonna come up and give him a swift kick to the
Well, I
nuts.
probably want
To
to
be
attack him
continued.
first. I'm probably gonna go for the underlings, but yeah.